Everybody ready? So, do we need a recap for last time? So, a reminder of what happened last time. We started up our brand new adventure. We had 4 strapping adventurers.
Alright.
Ori.
That's one way to put it.
All downhill from here.
Grace has Ori, the Genasi Barbarian. Lena is Eurydice, the Winter Eladrin Rogue. Maddie with Favyon, the Human Paladin. And then Nina with Raina, the Warforged Artificer. I gotcha. So, you had all been on a caravan for several weeks, decided to make your way, for your own specific reasons, to a different city, eventually heading toward Pyrrhus, and found yourselves in a bit of a predicament, having woken up one morning with you all had the same dream, or the same vision, even though some of you do not dream, and found that a child in the caravan, Boo, also had the same dream, but it seemed as though no one else had. Made your way through the rest of your day's travel to find that the bridge you had intended to take was out. And so the only way to get around that was to go through the ash fields, which was very dangerous, and nobody'd ever crossed it and come out alive. So you all attempted that journey with the other 14, I think, members of your caravan perishing in the ash fields, and only the 5 of you making it out.
13 died.
Oh, you're right, only 13, I'm sorry. Because I was counting Boo in there, yes. So 13. And you made it to Pyrrhus. Were met by a very happy-go-lucky elvish man with red hair, who heard that you came in through the ash fields and was very impressed, as no one else has done that before. Took you to the tavern called the Sloppy Sow to meet the rest of his adventuring party. And he introduced them as Kalim, Ariel, Zari, Margot, and then himself being Galanadel. So something that I realized we didn't do last time, I didn't give great descriptions of each of these people. So if it's alright with you guys, we can kind of go through each of them. So the first one, Kalim, the half-orc man, is dressed in like very patchy leathers. It looks as though he's technically not wearing armor. And you look at his body, you also notice he's not carrying a weapon. But his fists are wrapped in tape. The haircut that he has, I've got in this image in my mind, and I'm going to do my best to describe it. That he essentially has like long hair on top, but he has half of his hair shaved, and he's got a single braid in the half of it that's still there. The twins, Ariel, she is the Aasimar, one of the pair. She is dressed in very nice robes that have like a silver filigree running through them on a dark black background. When she moves around, you hear a very faint, like, ticking, like a clock. And it takes you a second to realize that it's actually coming from her. But there's no visible source of the noise. The woman sitting next to her, Zari, her twin sister, the tiefling woman, she is a deep, like super deep red, like almost maroon colored, with horns that curl back on the top of her hair. And in contrast to Ariel's like light blonde hair, Zari has deep black hair. They're almost like the antithesis to each other in terms of looks. And she also has the same robes on as Ariel. They're wearing almost the exact same. You can tell that they're not like quite the same size, but they're pretty similar. Both of them carry quarterstaves on their backs. And then Margot, which we kind of touched on last time, is wearing cerulean blue plate mail armor. And it looks like the filigree on it is actually made in the form of waves. with the symbol of what we recognized last time to be Umberly adorned to her chest. And she carries a kite shield that's currently tucked away on her back. And she has a mace strapped to her hip.
Could we maybe infer that she's a paladin for Umberly, or do we think she looks more like a cleric?
She looks more cleric-ish. But, yeah. And then Galanadel is wearing also, like, furs and leathers. Very light. Like, he doesn't look like he's super well covered. It's definitely meant more for travel and movement. But he also carries a small staff, and the staff itself is actually, like, blackened and charred. And you can tell just from, like, the small amount that you've seen him, he has a bit of a fire behind his eyes. And sometimes it's a little bit more noticeable than other times. But these 5 people kind of clear away a section of the table, and just Kaleem speaks up. Sit. I hear you've got quite the story for us.
I think Raina will sit down. She'll probably keep Boo close to her, and if, depending on where Favyon sits down, maybe put Boo between the two of us.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still kind of like comforting him because he's still kind of,
He's, at this point, I think Boo has kind of just checked out. Like, he's still here, he's still paying attention, but, like, the crying has gone down. He's kind of just, like, sitting very quietly, not really saying anything, not really looking at anybody, just in his own head. He's been through a lot.
Like, I feel like I'll kind of put a little arm kind of around, just kind of, like, comforting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess Favyon will sit down as well, but, like, it's still pretty graceful, all things considered, but you can tell he is just, like, exhausted from what just happened, everything that they've been through. And he will say, it is quite the story. I'm sorry, we're a little tired. I'm not exactly sure what just happened.
That's understandable. Margot speaks up. Does anybody need healing? That's something I'm quite good at.
I look over Boo. Does he?
Boo seems fine. You took the brunt of everything he went through.
I could use a little bit.
Yeah, of course. She stands up and just puts her hands directly onto your armor, and you can feel this healing magic flow into you. And she'll put enough healing into you to pump you back up to full.
It's not too much.
Thank you. Yeah. And Galanadel's like, see, she's the best healer around. You need anybody? She's got you covered. And Margot's just, you watch as she literally just rolls her eyes.
We saw something out there, a creature human size, but not exactly human shaped. I don't know, moved around on vines.
In the ash fields, you mean?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of anything like that. I mean, again, nobody's gone in and come out.
There were more of us before.
Easy, as you kind of say that, they all, like, kind of get this look of knowing on their faces. Just, Ariel is just, I'm sorry. That's not easy. And Kaleem's just like, well, this is dark. I'm going to get a drink. Anyone else want anything?
Me.
I'll take a drink.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
First round's on us. And he goes up to the bar, and you can see him chatting with the barkeep. And it doesn't take long before he comes back, like, fists full of, like, 8 mugs. And just sets them all, like, one in front of everybody. He gets,
Including Boo?
Well, he gets, like, we'll say some water for Boo. And you also notice that Ariel also does not drink, but she's the only one. Everybody else starts drinking out of their mugs.
I'll just try to keep up the conversation. So, what about you folks? What are you doing here? You seem like a hearty group.
Galanadel would speak up again. You kind of get the sense that he is the mouthpiece of the group. He's just... We've been here a few years now, trying to make a name for ourselves. It's not easy. How much do you know about Pyrrhus? I take it none of you have been here before?
I don't know.
If anyone wants to make a history check, I know we did this last time too, but yeah, you can make a history check, see what you know about Pyrrhus.
Sure. Oh, I need my boys.
Oh, yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay.
I feel like I would know.
Yeah.
Just because of my background.
Yeah, that's fine. The DC is different for those of you who might have more knowledge.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah,
Well,
Nat 1.
Nat
Apparently
one.
Eurydice looked at like a book or something.
I mean, you're pretty well educated.
Take a
Yes.
look at a
Yeah.
book or something.
Objection.
That's also a nat 1.
Lovely. Starting strong. What you get,
Woo.
Nina?
12.
12. Okay. So for the Nat ones, like, you've heard of Pyrrhus. It exists. It's a town. For the 12, Raina, you would know that Pyrrhus as a whole is the adventuring capital of the world. It's a place where if an adventuring party wants to make their name, this is where they go. And it's almost like there's a constant stream of things to do in this town. It is one of the largest cities in the world. The only larger one being Mount Celestia itself, which is where the gods reside. And so a lot of people kind of come and go from this location. Eurydice, though, for your natural 20, you remember a little bit more. Something you might have picked up in a book somewhere. The idea that Pyrrhus is the adventuring capital of the world is well known, but you're also aware that the town itself is very active. Like, there's always things going on. There's a very well-known criminal underground. There's a very well-known history behind the actual king of the king of Pyrrhus, because they've only ruled for about 3 to 4 years. It's a very recent installation of a monarchy. But other than that, you're not too sure. I guess you know what? You can have the king's name if you would like.
Sure.
We can say you know that. The king's name is Eren Ter. E-R-E-N for Eren. And then Ter is T-E-R-R. And she is a halfling woman. But she does use the title king.
Good for her.
So yeah. But Galanadel would respond with just, we've been trying to make our name known around town a little bit. So have you heard of us at all, by chance?
Do you have a group name?
We do. We're called the Keepers.
No.
You say no?
Can I roll a check?
Sure.
What check?
It'd be a history again.
Sure.
I will roll even though I
Sure.
said no.
18.
19.
That's an 18.
Is that insight or history again?
Yeah.
14.
History, that's 18, yeah.
18. So the 18 and the 19, it sounds familiar. A few years back, right around the time that the monarchy was installed, there was like stories floating around of a group of individuals calling themselves the Keepers, who helped install the monarchy. So some of the details on it are a little bit sketchy, but the general story goes that something like the city itself was starting to fall apart with no one to really lead it, and the former person who had stepped up had become incredibly corrupt and was ousted by a group of adventurers, and then that allowed the monarchy to install themselves. But if
Would you like to speak up if you know them, or are we?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
You installed Eren Ter.
in a way, we left an opening for him to fill.
For him?
I'm sorry, for her. That is the DM misspeaking.
I'll just say, okay, which pronouns are we using?
That is the DM misspeaking, for her to fill. Underlines she, her pronouns. But yes, we played a decent role. There's a reason that we're not the most well known, but the crown does still come to us on occasion when they need something done.
Oh, that sounds like a mighty task. Why would you say you're not well known?
Because the word of us doesn't spread too far. We tend to only take jobs that are on the up and up, which becomes increasingly difficult in this city. But if you're here long enough, I'm sure someone from the Dusk Roses will try to contact you.
Dusk roses?
Yeah. They're the criminal underbelly in the city.
The dusk.
Dusk Roses. As much as the king would like to say that she has most of the power, the Dusk Roses hold a lot more than she would like to admit.
And is that where most people get their work?
Sometimes. It's there or the Adventurers Guild. Either one. The Adventurers Guild, it has more of the up and up jobs available, but you've got to be a member to get access to the jobs, and it's one of the reasons that we're not as well known. We refuse to pay our dues to the Adventurers Guild, so they don't want us.
Why?
Why would I pay them for shit we can do on our own?
Fair enough.
You cannot do it on your own.
We're here. We're surviving. We got coin in our pockets and food in our bellies.
Yeah, that was a good point.
So we may not be the best known, but people will still come to us when they need something. From time to time.
Like just folks around Pyrrhus, or
Around town, yeah.
Every great tree starts as an acorn.
And sure. And what about you all? Have you been adventuring together for long?
A few weeks.
No.
Well, welcome regardless.
Take
Is there any... You want to what?
a big sip of.
Sure.
I like lift a little bit.
Lift a little flap on your mask. And, sure.
What does it sound like?
Like a creaking.
No, I'm oiled.
She's all lubed
No,
up.
no, no. What does the liquid going into you sound like?
Ugh.
No,
Like
it
a
just,
straw.
someone's drinking.
Okay.
It's loud in here. No one's gonna hear.
But you don't hear like a gulping. Like you
No.
wouldn't swallow.
No.
It's just like a straight down the hatch kind of a thing.
But it's also not like
She's
the
skilled.
sound of splashing on metal, is it?
It's too loud in here to hear.
Code word for Nina didn't think that far ahead.
I'm insulated.
You're insulated.
I'm a Stanley Cup.
Do you have metal organs?
Morgans.
Or are you just a hollow shell?
You'll find out.
You'll find
That
out.
I have.
she's literally a ghost in a shell.
You could cut her open and find out. Chainsaw.
Canonically, do they exist?
Chainsaws?
No,
No.
chainsaws don't exist
I
right
have
now.
a canonical chainsaw.
They could.
But is there anything else that we could help you find in town? Anything you want to know about?
There's a guinea pig on the floor.
What? Cassie!
Girl, he escaped!
Oh shit!
Oh my god, Lena.
Is he under the bed?
Yes. It's fine.
He's fine.
I got him.
Somehow.
I just saw something move. I was like, ah.
He
There's a
escaped.
guinea pig on the floor.
Oh my god.
Prison break.
I wasn't planning for that today.
The
We
first
paused the
quest is
episode.
catch the
For
prisoner.
word from our sponsors.
I got him.
Anyway.
I would like to make sure, to get food for Boo.
Yeah.
So he,
Yeah.
you know.
Zari is like, oh, I can get food. I know the bartender really well, actually. He and I go way back.
Oh, thank you.
And she gets up and goes to get the food. She doesn't ask what anyone wants.
Inside.
She just gets it. Sure. What are you trying to
I
find
just
out?
want to make sure she's not going to do anything to this food. I don't know these people.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'll trust him.
I don't.
Inside. 9. I trust. My new adopted
She seems
child.
trustworthy.
I got a 14.
Also seems trustworthy. Excuse me.
Insight? Yeah, that's a 9.
She seems trustworthy.
Yeah.
I'm going to, while she's away, just ask about the different neighborhoods of
Of the town.
Yeah.
So there's the neighborhoods that you might expect in most towns. There's the rich district, of course. There's the less affluent districts. There is a religious section of town. The Shrine of the Six is over there. If you're looking for any place to pray, it's a shrine to the Six. It's a nice non-denominational temple. You okay there, Maddie? So they have a service for each of the 6 gods on certain days of the week, and then on Saruzus they take a day off for anyone who wishes to come in for whatever purposes. But other than that, I mean, there's nowhere in town I would say is unsafe, but there's also nowhere in town I would say is fully safe. There's always people who will do whatever they can for coin. So keep an eye out, but
It's like most of the world.
yeah, you're not in any real danger here. Provided, of course, you don't piss off the wrong people.
Yeah.
Stay on the king's good side. And probably also the guard. I wouldn't mess with the embers too much.
Umbers or embers?
Embers.
Okay.
Aaron's embers.
Aww.
Alright then.
Yeah, they're the guards. But, so what, I don't think I asked you this, what actually brings you into town?
We are just part of a caravan trying to help folks move from one place to another before we couldn't cross the East Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't cross the East Bridge, so we had to, cut what we had and came through the ash fields. But now I guess we are sort of out of work.
Well, if you're looking for work, this is the town to be in.
Do we know what happened to the East Bridge?
I mean, I know it collapsed. I'm not sure why.
When did it collapse?
Maybe a week ago? I don't know if the guards have gone to investigate. You could talk to the captain of the guard. He might know.
Good idea.
What's their name?
His name is Roar of the Wind. He goes by Roar, typically. Good man. He is a Tabaxi. If he sent a contingent of soldiers down there, I'd imagine that they would have figured something out. A bridge doesn't typically just collapse. So.
No, they do not.
But anything else you need, just let us know. We're staying here in this tavern, so we're here if you need anything.
What time of day is it?
It's pretty late in the day. It's not like midnight. It's probably more maybe like 7 or 8. So it's late enough that if you wanted to go to bed given your day, it wouldn't be weird.
I think we should also get a room or two. Probably.
Sounds like a plan.
Do we go to the bar first?
Yeah, the bartender should be able to help you out.
No. I will go get the room.
Sure.
So,
At this point, Zari comes back with the food. Just sets some food in front of everybody. It looks like meatloaf.
Hell yeah.
Did she get a portion for me?
Yeah, she got a portion for everybody.
I slide it over to Boo. Booey child.
He eats slowly, but he does eat.
I pat his head and go get a room.
Sure.
He did have like 17 eggs this morning.
He did so many eggs.
So many eggs.
Surprised you didn't throw them up
Well,
after the
lot.
trauma today.
Strength. But yeah, you can get. How many rooms do you want?
Do we want to share a room? Or do we want own rooms?
I don't mind. Okay, 4 rooms
I was gonna say, I'm just trying to decide. I don't know.
4 rooms
I think it
is.
depends on how expensive they are.
Okay. Good. I go.
Yeah.
How much are the rooms?
Not expensive. You could get, if the 4 of you each wanted a room, it's probably a gold for all of you.
Okay. You buy a room at next place. So I'll go over and I'll get 4 rooms.
Sure. Are you taking Boo with you, or is he staying at the table?
I kind of look at you and kind of look at Boo for a second.
Right. Men. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh, wait, what? I just meant why I'm going to get the rooms. Boo's staying with me.
You're a grown woman, though. That's not very good.
I adopt child.
Adopt.
I mean, fine, he can stay with you if you wish. He's fine.
But yeah, you go up to get the rooms and you easily get them. It's mentioned that each of the rooms does come with 2 beds, so if people needed to bunk together, they can. Or if he'd probably refer to Boo as your son, because bartender doesn't know that there's a bed for him.
Yeah, I'll come over. I'll give, I guess, everyone their key. I will have Boo stay with me because I don't need to sleep, so I would much rather be wary and watchful. Do we want to head up now? I think I will put the little one to bed. It has been a long day.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
After I put him to bed, I would like to speak with you all.
Okay.
Sounds great. You just want to come to my room?
No.
Sounds good.
Okay. After finishing up the food, I will, thank
Upstairs.
Zari for getting it.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
anytime. It's always nice to have new friends in town.
Absolutely. Great friends you seem to be. But we should retire for the night. It's been quite the day.
Understandable, but maybe we'll see you around town. If you need anything, let us know. My room is 3B, right across the hall.
No, thank you.
Maddie really is jotting down everything.
I told you this game. It's gonna be my game for notes.
Okay.
Does it seem like their keepers are sharing rooms, or does it seem like they're all have their own?
Make an insight check. Because we'll say they'll probably stick around a little bit later, so I don't think they would go up with you.
9.
9, you're not sure.
Oh, okay.
You get the sense that they know each other pretty well, though.
Yeah. I mean, 2 of them are twins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they did admit to having been adventuring together for at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. So at that point.
So, but yeah, you can all go upstairs. Going into the rooms, they're very sparsely decorated, but they are nice, which is impressive coming from the sloppy sow. And there's 2 beds in each room. They are they're basically twin beds, so they're not super large, which would be a problem for our 6'8" friend. Are you 6'8"? Or are you taller?
6'8".
6'8". If she slept. But there's just a blanket, pillows. There's a little end table kind of between the 2 beds for you to put your stuff in if you needed to. But other than that, it's pretty much empty.
I'm gonna tuck Boo in. I put one of my music boxes on, and so it's it's the same one as before.
Okay.
And I just have it there. It's almost like a little nightlight kind of way. I kind of pet his head,
With your armored hand.
I'm gentle.
Clunk, clunk.
The touch of another.
I will be right back. I'm going to meet with the others, and so you go to sleep, and I will be back shortly.
Okay. You can see he's already kind of starting to drift off a little bit. It's been a long day for this kid. But yeah, he won't stress too much. He'll just try to go to sleep. And you can make your way over to Favyon's room.
I knock softly.
Just punches a hole through the door. Sorry.
Awkward.
Hello, I'm here.
Here. Ori, Eurydice, are you guys already in there?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Favyon would have started, like, taking off his armor.
Because it probably takes a while.
Yeah, it sure does.
While that's happening, I just kind of want to look around the room, check to make sure things look okay
Sure.
and safe.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
I feel like now that there's someplace like hidden, Eurydice would take off her
15.
like hood and mask.
You said how much?
15.
15. Okay. I mean, it's not like what's the problem? It's not like a vault. Like it's not like super heavily protected. But there's a window. It's got a lock on it. The door has a lock on it. So like you can very easily protect it, and it doesn't seem that there's anything hidden in there.
Good. I want to say I did lock my room before I left.
Yeah, for sure.
Does anyone have any empty bottles or jars?
What an odd question.
Also, before we get to that, you said you took your hood and mask off.
Yes, I did.
You want to describe what everyone sees for us?
So what you see is she's got like a ton of dark brown hair with white streaks in it that are coming from the part of her face that is not a face. It is a blue glowing skull.
Hell yeah. But we don't know your name.
No.
Okay.
She goes by Death Snell.
Yeah.
I know it's Death Snell, but in my mind I keep saying Death Snelly.
I know.
Death Snelly.
And Dangle Snipe
You can keep calling me Death
I'm
Snelly
Death
as long as
Snelly.
you can be Flavian.
I think that's a fair trade.
Take a side trip to Flavian Town.
You just look like Guy Fieri.
I just have on one of those souvenir hats where it's like visor with the spiky hair coming
Hell
out the
yeah.
top. Yeah.
Time to slip into something more comfortable.
I like saw something.
Alright. But yeah, so for everyone else, this is the first time you've seen Death Snell take her mask off. Probably a bit of a shock.
Yeah, try not to stare.
Yeah.
Just because.
There was like a fan art of a character from Crescent City that looked like her, but I can't remember the person who posted it on TikTok.
We can find it.
Yeah.
I'll find it later.
But yeah, so now that you have the room, you're asking for empty bottles.
Real fast, is there anything that could be used as a cup or to store liquids?
Does
No.
any-
Well, you have the bag of holding.
Oh, sure. I open
We'll say that for the sake of this, there can be a couple of empty like bottles and stuff because you know that this happens.
Yeah.
So we can say there's a couple empty
Perfect.
bottles and stuff in your bag of holding.
Cool. I feel like I grab some and I kind of open my chest and just beer comes out.
So yeah, you all watch as Raina's like opens up the front of her armor and beer literally pours out into an empty container.
I feel like Favyon is like just taking off his armor and just sees a glowing skull. And so it opened up their chest and beer appears out of it. It just kind of sets down everything and just pauses just for a moment. And goes, well, okay then. We all have our differences and that's what makes us valuable.
Yeah.
Odd.
God, you really are just Ken.
Anyway,
I'm just
Baby and just the fan art.
I set the beer down.
Sure.
So did you digest that?
Oh no.
Is your chest still open?
Kind of.
This feels impolite for me to do, but can I look?
Yes.
You
What do I see?
You look into the hole in her chest.
There's nothing in there.
Are you a ghost?
No. I am me.
Are you
like
the
this.
armor?
Like it's
I
not.
don't think so at this point.
Gotcha.
It's not like this,
Ah.
but with blue.
Mm.
Then it is like an actual.
And it's only half.
It's only like this part of
Gotcha.
her face. So her nose is still there, but part of her mouth is gone.
I mean, I can have a face if you would like that. Could
This
make
is a
things
spoiler.
easier.
No worries.
Very, like, light spoilers.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I've seen
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I'll keep like this for now.
I also think
Okay.
There have been enough shocking things.
we may have to discuss.
Which,
Alright. Anyway.
Yeah.
earlier, Favyon and I overheard Boo talking about a dream that he had involving a man in a cloak. Oh my god, where's my accent going?
The cloak?
I'm
trying.
Raina thumps her chest. So the voice box X out. This cloak was red and had feathers. And the man was talking something about the gods and how he was going to have his way, and there was a portal and the sky split. I do not dream. Not anymore. But I also saw this. But the child saw more than I did.
What did he see?
He said the figure turned around and looked like him, but older. And he did not like it. He did not like what he saw. I know we do not know each other. And I don't like to share things, but
sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Maddie.
What did Maddie do?
She started doing the Lethal Company dance.
She's just in the corner during this moment.
I'm not good with serious moments as a player.
But Favyon just tuned in.
yeah.
Favyon's in. Maddie's a little out there.
And, I thought this was interesting, given what has happened with our group, and it did not see. He was telling Lena this.
Hold
No,
on.
the notebook.
Oh no.
Is that your notebook?
No,
Is
you
this
can. You
your
can that's the one you used last week.
Oh. But my notes are
Yeah,
not in
there's
here.
nothing in here.
No. Notes are not in there.
Oleana.
Olean.
She did not have this dream. She seemed like it was just silly child dream. And I did not say that I also had dream, but I thought this was interesting. I have not dreamed in a long time.
I don't remember if my character has dreams or not.
Either way, you had this dream.
I know I had that dream, but is
It's
it
rain
is
in
it
A.
very weird or is it kind of weird?
It's up to you.
Oh my god.
It's a character decision you
Well,
gotta make, bud,
would
not
the,
me.
Would the
Yes.
Fae dream?
Yeah.
Okay, then she would dream.
Confusion.
I had a similar dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favyon?
Seems a little meta of you, but
No, Favyon's the only one who didn't say anything.
Favyon's writing notes, okay? I also saw, I think the same thing, but shorter than what Boo was describing. I didn't see anyone's face.
I also did not see the face.
Nor did I. I do not like this. And I think it is odd that it was us who survived the Ashfields and us who saw this vision. I do not like the idea, this premonition or dream or whatever you call it. Something is not right.
I find it concerning that he had the dream
Yeah, me too.
and that it lasted longer for him.
Well, we don't know who else could have had
That's
the dream.
true. I was
That's
gonna
true,
say.
but
We just know that
Olean did not.
Leanne did not have it.
Curious. I did not mean to bring this up now or so soon, but given what has happened, and given our circumstances, it seemed relevant. I know we do not know each other. But I'm so bad at accents, I'm so sorry.
You're good, too. You're good.
You're fine.
But I think it is something to consider.
Well, maybe a starting point is figuring out why the bridge collapsed. It's odd that the group downstairs said that it collapsed a week ago, but we only found out about it today.
Would it have taken?
Yeah, is that
I
how?
was just say, would it have taken longer for word to get to where we were a week ago?
The Falcon would
It
have
was
spotted
the
it.
Falcon, yes.
So the Falcon could have spotted it, but from what you got from the scouting that was happening, the Falcon wasn't going super far out. It was kind of like scouting like a day in advance every time it left.
But it was only 2 hours away.
Yeah, which is why you found out about it that morning.
Because he's seen it.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that news wouldn't have traveled.
Duh.
Yeah. You passed no other travelers in the 3 weeks you were on the road.
Fair enough.
Now that we're like thinking about it and we're off the field and we're like someplace safe, can I roll a check to see if I recognized any of the aspects of what that guy was wearing in the dream?
Sure.
Like to see if there's like a historical.
Sure.
And
Yeah, anyone can.
Say,
So we'll do this. So I will let you decide what check you want to roll for what you're trying to learn. And then I will tell you if that makes sense or not.
I got a 23 for a history check.
Okay, what are you trying specifically to learn?
His outfit, did it look recognizable? Did the place look recognizable? Like, does it look like something that I would recognize as being from a particular place or culture or something like that?
Got it. So the place itself wasn't super recognizable. It was kind of bare, honestly. Like, there wasn't too much going on. I think a lot of your attention would probably have been drawn to the portal that was formed, the lightning in the sky, the fact that the sky almost looked like it was on fire. But the only aspect of it that sticks out to you is that you recognized that there were 2 towers on either side of the portal. You personally did not recognize them. Like, you don't know necessarily where exactly they might be, but they look almost like, what's the term? Like turrets on a castle. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I rolled 16 for Arcana to see if I could tell, because he kind of like opens
Yeah, there's
this
a portal.
portal and this place seems, the fact that I had this vision
Mm-hmm.
makes me think there's definitely magic and stuff related to it. If I can try to figure out what kind of magic is going on here, if I've ever seen any of this in my years of life or something.
So, I mean, you know that there are magical spells that can open gates.
Right.
That can teleport things to and from other places. Teleportation exists. Because there's, in this world, and your characters would all know this, because there's no separation of planes, there's no need for, like, a summoning to bring something from another plane of existence, right? Because it's all in the same thing. So most summonings are very similar to a teleportation, in the sense that, like, you just teleport a creature to where you want it to be. And it looked vaguely like that, but it wasn't transporting a creature. It looked like it was transporting, like, just opening almost like a doorway from one place to another. But the only person or the only creature that you saw was the person in front of you.
I got a 19 on history, and I would like to. I'm focusing more on the weapon that the person was holding because it was like half sickle, half hammer.
Yeah, it's like a giant like warhammer on one side and a sickle on the other.
Yeah.
So you would know that like that's not a common weapon.
Right.
That's not something people typically see. It's not unheard of, but typically that even just the warhammer aspect of it takes a lot of physical strength to wield that most people don't have. And scythes tend to, I mean, as much as they are a farming implement, they also tend to be used more by, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, like, underground people, right? The people who may not be fully good, right? Because a sickle's not going to be doing good things to people.
So, like, criminal, not good?
Yeah. But you said you rolled a 19?
Yeah.
Because there haven't been many in history, most of the time when they show up, they're well known for whatever purpose, whether good or bad. And the most recent time that one was recorded being used was about 10 to 15 years ago. I think more accurately, closer to 15. During one of the height... That's not the word I'm looking for. What the heck's the word I'm looking for? During one of the biggest battles of the Blood War so far.
Okay, like, is this... Are they well known enough that they would have a name?
So there isn't a name for the weapon in the sense that like you could call any sword a sword, but each of them individually has a name.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I needed to roll, but I wanted to clarify. Did we see, like, any aspects of the person? Because I know he was turned from us, or are we just seeing, like, a person with their, like, hood up in a cloak with a weapon?
Yeah, so you saw the person with the hood up and the cloak, and the weapon was, like, strapped to their back.
Okay.
So you didn't see face, you didn't see arms, legs.
Build.
No.
Okay.
I mean, they were tall-ish,
I was gonna say it's...
But we couldn't tell if they were, like, human or...
No.
Yeah.
No.
Boo's. We know Boo's like backstory, right? Like we know that he's looking for his parents.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking specifically for his mom.
Right.
He
He doesn't know his dad.
his dad.
And Boo is
He's a
He's a
right?
human.
Yeah.
Woman.
Some guy.
He's a 12-year-old human boy.
just like Favyon.
The baby. Small.
Just some guy.
Who eats 17 eggs every morning for breakfast.
Like Gaston.
Jesus.
Boo said that he looked like an older version of him, but Boo also does not know who his father is. This maybe is his father. Could explain why he saw more of the vision than we.
We don't know if this was a vision of the current or a prediction of the future.
Could also be the past. We do not know. This is dangerous. Could we perhaps ask or pray for answers? There are beings in this world that know more than we do.
It's true. It's true.
But this is perhaps thought for tomorrow.
Yeah. Could also ask Boo more about his dream.
In the morning. I do worry if we have another dream tonight. I do think that this place is a strange city, and I don't usually say this, but perhaps we should stay closer to one another for the time being.
Well, this is a city of different adventuring parties. It would make sense for us to be together.
Yeah. Well,
Well, slaps knees.
Even ghosts slap their knees. That's crazy.
Now we'll go stand in the parking lot and talk for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, honestly.
Get you a Tupperware of something.
Take some food with you when you go.
I mean, Raina does have bottles of
Please?
drunk
Oh.
beer.
Prunk.
Is it
Stored.
processed?
No, it just goes down.
Huh.
Things to think about.
Alright.
Or not.
Can you get drunk?
I do not think so.
Only one way to find out.
Also, perhaps for tomorrow.
So everybody's going to bed.
Night
Yeah,
night
I go back to my
time.
room.
Is there anything anyone wants to do before you go to bed?
Ori's
Yeah.
probably gonna write in her notebook that they have.
Okay. Sounds good.
Usual diary entry.
So Raina, when you get back to your room, Boo is already just zonked out. Like, he is done.
I double, make sure he's all tucked in.
Yeah.
I double check the doors and the windows, make sure that there's nothing, nothing can get in or get out, or get out.
Yeah.
And then I will take my music box, I'll look at it for a moment, and then I guess I sit down on my bed and I
Power down.
I'm still there, but I...
Sure.
In the morning, you hear the windows, start...
Phenomenal. Is it the AOL boot noise?
Yeah.
Just the screeching?
That's only on the bad days.
Alright. So sure. Night goes by without a hitch. Everyone gets a full night's rest. You can regain any spell slots, any health. If anyone used hit dice, you get half of those back. And since it's a new day, for those of you who need to prepare spells, I don't think anyone...
That's me, I prepare
You
spells.
prepare your spells. Eurydice, pick a proficiency. Do your death thing. I don't think you do anything.
I think I can change back.
You can change your armor, yeah. And I don't think Ori...
I got
I'm
nothing.
not.
I know the
changing
Barbarian
anything.
I got
well.
nothing.
Makes your life easy, man.
Hey,
Alright.
just sit there.
But yeah, so everybody wakes up feeling good. Boo is still asleep by the time the sun comes up. And he slowly kind of starts rising and getting around. He seems very... like he doesn't really want to get out of bed. He's just kind of like extra tired.
He's got the eeps.
Yeah, the eeps, hypes, ops, ops.
So true.
But eventually you can all make your way downstairs, get dressed for the day, go into the inn. And it seems like a lot of the people that were there last night are there again. But the vibe of the place has changed. It's no longer like a bar. It's like a breakfast area. Like you see a lot of people sitting at tables eating sausage. There's some eggs on a table. You see Boo look at the eggs and just immediately go, ugh.
Okay, no eggs today. Get the
But,
sausage.
You also see the keepers have their own table again. They're all kind of like sitting there chatting. And make a perception check, everybody. See if we can throw in some fun flavor. See what we see.
18.
13.
I
I
also
sure
have a
am
13.
perceiving.
13. What'd you say, Ori?
18.
18,
Sorry, perception. 19.
19. 18 and 19. So you watch as like the 5 of these people. They're very, like, they seem very friendly with each other. They seem like they really do like each other. And you watch a little bit as Kaleem kind of like says something that appears to be a joke, and you watch as Galanadel kind of like nudge Margot a little bit, and you watch as Margot kind of shifts slightly away from him.
Cringe. Your dad's cringe.
The Rizzler.
God.
But eventually, like, Zari sees you all coming down and kind of, like, waves you over. And they kind of clear a space at the table for you. It's kind of like one of those longer tables. She's like, I hope you slept well. There's breakfast if anyone wants it.
I'll fix Boo a plate.
Sure. You can just kind of go up to the bar and, like, get random foodstuffs.
I'll grab some eggs.
Like a hotel breakfast.
Kind of, yeah. It's a continental.
They got the waffle machine.
Oh yeah, baby. It's
Like
just a
it-
tiny gnome with
At
fire
this
hands.
I
What?
gave Boo a waffle.
Canonic waffle hands.
Waffle hands.
Can his name be Waffle-Hands?
Waffle hands McGee.
That's why they're called waffles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
Waffle
his name.
Hands made
Makes
them. Yeah, it's my own brand.
Oh, this
I
is
feel like you're
breakfast
just
pastry.
we'll keep her hood off at this point.
Okay, are you keeping the mask on
No. Like
fully?
she's
Sure. If you sit down like that, Kaleem is just like, you look a little bit more badass than you did last night. What happened?
I took my mask off.
Hell yeah. I like it. It's a good look.
How's the crow react to that?
Where's the fucking crow?
yeah,
The crow here's around.
yeah, he'd be here.
He's in the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, we'll say as Kaleem says that, the crow just kind of like,
That. Raina jumps off.
Oh.
Good morning, crow.
you see the crow hops down onto the table, like pecks at some of Kaleem's food specifically, just like, and he's just like, is this your bird?
In some ways.
I've heard crows are tough to train. He like goes to pet the bird, and the bird like snaps at his hands. Hey, I like him. He's feisty.
She just looks at you and goes, knock it off.
Crow's like, "Rah," and like flaps back up and lands on your shoulder.
Every day more questions about the bird.
The bird. The bird.
So it is your bird.
In some ways.
In, like, which ways? Which ways is it your bird? Which ways isn't it your bird?
I wish it wasn't my bird.
You see the crow like,
You told me to keep
real
this
sad
bird. You could,
face.
you know.
She just glares at it.
It's like,
Have you tried setting it outside and closing the window?
Wouldn't fix the problem. I need the bird.
You need the bird.
Second suggestion was killing the bird, but
I've tried that.
I'm just gonna go back to my eggs.
I
Or
understand
notice that they're
why
eggs
we
and birds
toast.
make eggs and kind of just push away the eggs. Eggs just have bad juju in this world.
second campaign, we found 2 reasons to hate eggs.
By the end of this, everyone's vegan.
Why is it in your games eggs have like lore?
I didn't make the lore. You made the lore for the eggs.
What was the egg lore in the last one?
I thought you said wasn't there egg? There was an egg lore.
No,
He has
the-
a lot of eggs.
No,
though.
the first game, the first session that we had. So it's 2 sessions,
Oh.
2 egg
Oh, okay.
lores.
Because I was about to say our very first game together ended with someone stealing an egg.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Hydra egg.
we did have eggs in our last game. We had to look for eggs. We had griffin eggs.
You know what else this
You
place
guys
serves?
did. I didn't.
Breakfast beer. You ever wanted a beer with a sausage floating in it?
Canonic sausage. beer.
Sausage beer, breakfast beer.
Do you wish? What?
That was good. I liked it.
But that was just German. Pia wished.
Good.
Just to say.
All right.
It's with the Weiner-Lager.
Not a wiener lager.
All right. Anyway.
Hi, one wiener lager, please. finest Weiner-Lager.
Jesus.
Their slogan is, I'm the wiener.
Can I get a virgin Weiner-Lager?
Oh, it's just wieners and beer.
Yeah,
water.
actually, could I get an extra large Weiner-Lager, please?
Wiener
Guys,
lager
you
on
guys.
the rocks.
Can I get mine frozen and blended like a margarita?
Oh god. You went too far, Grace. You went too far.
Shaken, not stirred.
Like a frappuccino. Frappuino.
So-
Starbucks doesn't stand a chance in this game.
oh my god.
Weiner-Lager and Waffle-Hands.
Fuck, what if that's the name of the session?
Oh my god, please. It is now. It is now.
You've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, now get ready for Weiner-Lager and Waffle-Hands.
Oh my god. Literal tears. Literal tears.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, alright, we're done with this
I'm
session.
so glad we
yeah.
have fun with this game.
Time to wrap it up.
We can't beat this.
Oh
It's
my
been good.
god.
It's been fun.
Right, okay.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
So Kaleem kind of looks at the 4, I guess 5 with Boo. So, y'all sleep alright last night?
No, it was a nice bed.
Sal's not a bad place to be. There's better, of course, if you got more coin, but we figure it's good enough lodgings, cheap, nice and easy.
It's wonderful accommodations.
This was
Thank
the-
you. I'll turn to Glenadale. Glenadale, yep, that's...
Yeah, Glenadale.
Yep, Glenadale. Thank you for bringing us here. We would have been lost without your guidance.
Happy to help. Consider me your unofficial tour guide.
Now we really have 2 of them. What? I just have so many fucking questions about this bird that I'm trying to write down notes about.
Maddie's over here frantically connecting bird dots.
Bird lore.
So tell me more about the bird.
You can ask more questions about the bird.
I tried asking last session, you're like, bird doesn't have a name.
What does it?
No, the bird has a name.
Bird has a name.
I
You
know.
haven't asked that yet.
I have last session, and you said I'm not telling you the bird's name.
Oh, that makes sense. She probably would have told somebody else the bird's name.
What the fuck?
Strange how she did not answer your questions about birds, but easily told him.
Baby will remember this.
I cut up the sausage for Boo.
Sure.
He's 12. He can cut up his own.
He's a grown ass man.
He's like, I want a Weiner-Lager.
Oh, let me be a mother, Jesus.
Yeah, he'll eat the sausage, but any eggs you put on his plate, he does not touch.
No
He's-
eggs.
He's had his fill of eggs for like
I saw the
life.
revulsion.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
So, Glenadale would speak up again. Any plans now that you're in town?
An excellent question.
I would perhaps like to go to the Shrine of the Six.
It's a good place to go. It's oh god. Let me check my notes from the last session. What day was it? I don't remember. I know we wrote down the
I thought it
day.
was
I think
Monday.
it was a Monday.
Now it's
Swords
Tuesday.
Day, but I could be
Tuesday.
wrong. Quick, look back at the recording.
Sure, Tuesday. It's not called Tuesday. It's called something else, but that's fine.
Hey, Lord of the Rings can,
Weiner-Lager.
if J.R.R. Tolkien can use normal days of the week, so can we.
That's nice. We're not.
God damn it.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, why
I
not?
have my notes.
Oh, that's right. Hold on.
World building. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I just don't know.
I can't pronounce that. So
Okay,
we're
while
gonna
this is
let
going
Zach
on,
do
I'm gonna get my ice.
It was-
Your ice?
Yeah, you get some ice.
Get some ice,
I
Maddie.
think you're trapped.
Doesn't
There's
you need
so
me to-
much
I can-
ice in this
here,
apartment
I'll
for
move.
you.
I can.
I'll move.
I can walk
Get
over
wrecked.
the table.
You could go under the table like the guinea pig.
Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
we agreed that it was the equivalent of June, I believe.
Yeah, we're August.
Was it August?
I thought I had
Yeah,
August
wait,
written
hold
down.
on.
Alright, if you have August written down.
There's another loose pig.
Girl, are you serious? Stop getting the pigs out.
Yeah,
If
it's
they're gonna escape.
late summer, Jorgen, the 12th.
Okay, yeah.
That's not because of Asriel.
The 12th of Jorgen.
12th of Jorgen.
That's because Zach is a scrub.
That was
Jorgen?
Cormesis.
Is he down there?
Oh, God.
There's so much
Do
poop.
we want to maybe
That's
pause
not
the
because of
recording?
Oh
Asriel.
my god. Alright, anyway.
Or we're getting commentary.
Getting back into things from that. Yeah, so you're planning to go to the Shrine of the Six. Anything else that anyone is looking for in the city?
I was going
You
to.
see Ariel's just like, the answer can be no. You don't have to do something. We're just offering.
Do you know where the head of the Kingsguard is? I would love to talk to him about the bridge. Yeah.
Probably over at the barracks, I'd imagine. If you start walking closer to the castle, you'll find it.
How far from the castle are we now?
Not that far. I mean, it's
Okay.
on the other side of the city, but the city's not.
Huge.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna take 5 hours to cross it.
4.5.
Yeah, 4 3/4.
4 on a good day.
Yeah,
It's not traffic.
if the stoplights are real good.
Oh, yeah. Hit all green, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What
Scared me.
was that?
That was my phone falling an inch onto the seat.
Jeepers, mister. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna wander around. We might check out what's going on. There is a job board posted near the entrance, so we might look in to see if there's anything that needs to be done.
Oh my god.
But if you see us around,
What a mechanic for side quests. Oh, we should go check out the board.
you can.
Could lose you some money.
But the 5 of them stand up, hands on thighs. Well, they all. It was nice to meet you. Hopefully, we'll get to see you again soon.
Yeah.
And they'll take their leave.
And as they're going, Favyon will like call out each of their names and say like, "Thank you." Like not like across the bar, but as like everyone's standing up.
Just to make sure they know that you know their names.
Hell yeah.
Give them a nice firm handshake as they leave.
Oh, I mean,
Maybe
the
a
ones who
little.
want a handshake or a fist bump or whatever, I don't care.
They'll pretty much all accept a handshake. Kaleem crushes your hand a little bit.
Mighty fine hand strength there, bud.
Respect.
Pride myself on it. Once again, a reminder: he does not carry weapons, so like.
Monk.
Crush. Crunch.
He also can never be disarmed.
Well,
I mean,
that's
he
not
can.
100% true.
He can be de-armed.
Yeah.
Even people can be dearmed.
So then, what is the plan, team? An additional question: Are you bringing Boo with you?
I was gonna ask, since
there's
we're
daycare.
here, should we maybe also make headway on finding his mother if
Duh.
he's up for it? I know that.
It was going to be
can
something I was
find-
going to ask him.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything while they were around
Yeah.
because I mean,
No, that's a good idea.
but I mean,
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a plate of eggs and put it down in front of him.
You're such a dick.
So
But, like,
mean.
No. But like, the best intentions, because eggs have a lot of protein. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's not fully picking up because when he gave him his eggs last time, it's because there was something going on. He wasn't very like
Yeah.
aware of
You
it.
weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
You see, you put the eggs down, and he just goes.
But I'll just start talking right over that.
I'll slide the plate away just a little bit.
Okay. You see, he's just like, thank you.
So, bud.
Yeah.
We know you're looking for your mom. Do you have any idea of where she could be? I'd love to help you find her.
I don't know. I know that she left when I was younger. But don't know.
Do you remember what she looked like?
I mean, she's a human woman. She's kind of short, maybe like 5 foot something. Because we use the metric system, or the imperial system here.
Okay.
Do you remember her name?
Her name was Eloise.
Okay.
The last name?
Last name? I mean, Tali.
T-A-L-I?
T-A-L-I.
And Eloise?
Eloise.
It's
E-L-O-I-S-E.
Okay, good. I had it right. I just wanted to
And
check.
what town were you originally from?
I mean, I started walking with you guys in Arendo.
Is that where you
Is that
grew
where
up?
you're from?
I mean, I don't know where I was born, if that's what you're asking.
Well,
but that's
what
where I spent the last few years, yeah.
Which is the last town you saw your mom in.
Yeah.
Can I make a check to see if the name is familiar
Sure.
at all?
I think I will.
That would be history.
11?
No.
No.
I wouldn't know.
I think
Not
I
even
have
gonna-
a
Nat 20.
0.
23.
So I think that's a 19 for me for history.
Okay. I mean, it's not a noble name. It's not a name that would be known around town.
Right.
We'll say with the Nat 20, really the only sense you get is that it's a name that sounds familiar, but it could just be a name that might have been in the same shop as you at one point, or you might have seen someone or heard someone say this name at like a tavern.
Okay.
But it's not.
Not like an artisan or someone I would
No,
have
it's
heard
not.
through the
It's nobody that
guilds.
you would
Okay.
recognize.
And you think she could be here?
I think so. I don't have much to go on, but you see, he like reaches into his pockets and pulls out like a tiny scrap of paper, and he kind of like sets it on the table, and it looks like it's part of a larger letter, but it's like just a kind of a torn off corner of it. And all it says, like it literally says like 3 words. It says Pyrus at the top of it. It looks like it's the end of a sentence because it's like Pyrus and then a period, and then underneath it says Love Eloise. He's like, this is all I had to go on. So when the caravan came through and they said that they were going to Pyrus, I had to try.
Was
You call your mom by your
I was
first
about
name?
to say, was this letter left for you?
No. I think it was my dad's.
But you do not know your father.
No.
I think if it's on the way, we should look at the notice board and see if there's a section for missing people or
Yeah.
person inquiries.
This is a good
Because
idea.
clearly she knows how to read and write.
And if we're talking to the King's Guard anyway,
What to say? Yeah, could talk to him.
Okay.
We can ask around.
No, we could also, go to the temple, perhaps some of the clerics. Or...
Yeah. Did your mom do anything in particular? Did she have any particular talents? Like, how did she? What did she do for work?
I don't remember. It's been a few years. I was 8 the last time I saw her.
Okay.
I know, I mean, she left for the day and would go to work, and then she would come home, and like we would have food on the table, so I assume that she was doing something to make money.
Okay.
What are you doing?
nothing.
Yeah.
It was just a note.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It
I
doesn't
don't
relate
trust
to the
you.
gameplay.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I just want to try to find her.
Understandable.
Well,
She's-
we have options.
No.
Lots of things we could do.
Many possibilities.
Where do we want to go to first?
Well, I guess whatever is just along the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So where you are in town, you're, for all intents and purposes, you're almost like right in the center of town.
Okay.
From this inn. If you wanted to go to the north end of town, that's where you would find the castle. You'll find the guard barracks. If you head east, you'll find the gate that you came into the city in. And then there's also a gate to the south and a gate to the west.
Right.
The northern part is the part of the city that butts up right to a mountain. So there's no gate leading out that way.
Makes sense.
Yes.
We came in the east gate, but we came from the
No,
west.
you came from the west gate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they said something about the east gate. And
It's the eastern bridge.
Okay.
It's the bridge that crossed the eastern river.
No, yeah, I meant
it's
never mind. It's a thing from last time that I might be misremembering. It's fine.
You entered from the west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where's the temple?
The temple would be to the southeast. I'm trying to remember my own direction. Southeast.
Well, I mean, it would make sense, at least to me. I feel like if it's the morning, it's probably better to go to the guard barracks because they're probably just, getting. Someone might be getting started, might be doing briefings in the morning. Would be probably easier to.
Maybe they have a
catch
map.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Shall we go find this Captain Lore?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So you can very easily make your way out through the town. Pretty early on in the morning, the place is still bustling. Like there's a lot of people going in and out. You do notice that while there are a lot of people wandering like on their own or in small pairs, there are also a decent chunk of like groups, like adventuring groups. You pass through a section of the city that appears to be a bit of a market. There's people kind of haggling for wares in the streets. There's a couple of shops that have like hanging signs that show something about the shop itself. So you see like blacksmith, you see general goods, like produce, things like that. And continue... What? Oh,
No.
they don't exist yet.
I'm trying not to ruin the recording.
No, you're fine. The fumble. They don't exist yet. I'm sorry.
Womp womp.
Huh? You don't know.
Right now it's just umble. The F got picked up.
Maybe
It's
the
like a long game of telephone.
Yeah.
When we immigrated.
Jesus. They spelled our name wrong coming through customs.
Oh my god.
But you eventually start making your way to the northern end of the city and find a large castle that is...
Would you say it's directly north?
Yeah,
Northwest?
directly north.
Okay.
It is built right in front of the mountain itself. So it's not connected to the mountain, but it's like directly in front of it. And there is a wall with like fence going around it to kind of protect it from any outside interference. And can I have everybody make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, this will be fun.
5.
Okay.
That is a 8.
10.
10.
Oh, saving throw. Sorry.
Wisdom save
Yep.
for memory.
For memory. Oh, I have advantage. Let's go. Oh, no, I don't. No, that's just proficiency. That's only an 8.
8. And Grace, what'd you say you got?
10.
Low
10.
rolls today, boys.
Oh,
Low
I'll
rolls.
say.
That's okay. 10 is all we needed, which
Well,
I
that's
believe
nice.
you're the only one who hit it, though.
Oh.
LOL.
Well, damn.
You look up at this castle, and you recognize the turrets of the castle
Oh.
as the same turrets from your vision.
Do you
Oh.
share
The
this?
the portal was right in front of this castle.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think I would probably very quietly mention it to whoever's next to me while we're walking. I don't know who that would be, but I would imagine that I'd just sort of be like,
I'm in front.
those turrets look awfully familiar.
Probably the back.
And then,
You're in the back?
I'm the biggest.
Do you have your hood up now?
No, she's out and about, yeah.
yeah,
Doesn't want to freak people out.
fair enough.
Understood.
So,
Okay. You keep walking.
yeah.
So you keep walking, and eventually you see another building off to the side of the castle itself, the guard barracks. You can kind of tell it's the guard barracks just by the fact that there's so many members of the guard milling in and out. Aaron's Embers, as they're known. Notably, their armor is like a charcoal gray, and it has red fringe and filigree on it, meant to look like the embers of a fire.
Like fringe, like...
No.
When they do this, it goes...
No. No, like, it's just the
dancing flames.
The edges of the armor, yeah. And walking up to the barracks itself, there's a couple guards, like, standing at the front of it and just... Welcome. Can we help you with anything?
Yeah. Good morning, fellas. Man, maybe being a man is hard.
Boyos.
Oh boy, oh my guys.
You sound like a Viola in
She's the man.
Yes.
With some finger guns, like, ayy.
Also sounds like Viola from She's the Man.
My guys. Oh, pals.
Pals, old buddy, old pals, old...
Oh, hey, pals. How you doing? How's your mom's?
Oh, hey, dear.
Hey, dear. I'm returning some Tupperware.
Jesus.
Sorry, it's a little bit orange from the spaghetti sauce. Okay.
Alright.
Longer. Good morning, fine sirs. We have an inquiry. We heard about is it Captain Roars in the Wind? I want to make sure I have that right.
Yeah, it's Captain.
Okay.
Guard Captain Roar of the Wind.
Yeah, we heard he might have some answers about, what happened over at the East Bridge. We're pretty curious about that, seeing as we just tried to come over it and it didn't work out. And we also had a couple of other questions, hoping to get some answers or get some help from you fine folks.
Yeah, if you want to speak to the captain, he's in his office. If you go down the stairs and to the left, it's the first door on your right. You don't have to remember that.
Okay, thank you. Write some notes.
Frantically, no. You don't actually have to remember that. You can very easily just make your way inside, go down the stairs to the left and
Thank
to the
you.
right. Have a good day. And you all make your way down there. And
Were they humans? You didn't
Sure.
think this far ahead. Okay.
So I will say, for the sake of the city itself, you've seen pretty much every walk of life here. Like,
Oh, I forgot this doesn't matter anymore.
what?
That everything's here. So
Yeah, everything's kind of
Yeah.
just here. So like Asmar, Tiefling, Human, Elf, Dwarf, Gnome.
Is that kind of how most cities are, or are...
Less so than this. There are a lot of cities that are very heavily populated by like one specific group, but it's not uncommon to have other people. So like Arendelle is mostly elf.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the town that Eurydice is from would have been almost exclusively Eladrin, so...
Yeah. So there's a lot of cities around that are very specifically one thing or another. This one, because of its adventuring party nature, draws people from all over the world.
Do I see anyone else like me?
No.
Huh.
You would know.
Okay. Cool.
Genasi also, relatively
I was
common.
to say.
They're not like everywhere, but you've probably already seen one or two in the city so far. But yeah, so you can easily go down into the office. You can knock on the door or barge in. I guess it's up to you.
Oh,
If you-
knock. We
okay.
are respectful here.
Okay. You knock on the door. You just hear a, "Come in."
Oh, hello.
You open the door. You see a tabaxi man, so a cat, essentially, in appearance. You notice that his right ear looks like it's almost been, like, clipped, like the tip of it is gone. He's got very dark brown fur, but there's definitely portions of it that are, like, noticeably patchy. Like, he's got a spot in his face where there's just, like, no fur, but there's a burn mark.
Through it.
And, like, there's other parts of him that are, like, kind of scratched, and he's pretty much, like, covered in scars. And you come in, and he looks like he's, like, finishing writing something in, like, a book on his desk, and he's like, just a moment, and then he finishes, close it. Can I help you?
Good morning, sir.
You're
It's a
welcome.
pleasure to meet you, and I'll walk up to hand out,
Yeah.
shake his hand,
He'll,
firm
he'll
handshake.
shake your hand, yeah. His claws kind of like, when you shake, the claws kind of scratch the underside of your hand a little.
Okay. Alright. What a detail.
I know
You're
to
welcome.
make him better gauntlets so that way he doesn't always get hurt with handshakes.
You're welcome. Can I help you?
Yeah, we got your name. We have a couple questions that we think you have the ability to answer. We're hoping. Where would we like to start? The bridge?
I think
or
the bridge. The bridge. would
Sure.
be-
So we tried to cross the eastern bridge. Of course, it is. It's
No
down.
longer.
Right. It is a bridge
Yes.
no longer. We were hoping you may have some details about that. Do you know what happened?
Do me a favor, make a quick persuasion roll for me. Your
Can I help?
Your weakness, I know.
Well, the last time you said this, I got a nat
That's true.
1.
That's true.
18.
18. Jesus. You see him just you see him breathe a very deep breath and kind of sigh a little and just yes, there is a bit of an issue with the bridge. We do not know exactly what it was. We sent down a contingent of soldiers. They took a look at it. The best we've got is that it was destroyed by something very large. We do not know what it was.
No signs of fire.
I mean, there's a giant fucking rock in the river. But beyond that, no. So, and I highly doubt that the rock just fell from the sky.
There's a trebuchet somewhere.
Trebuchet pokes up out of the river.
It's Nessie! Nessie was a trebuchet all along.
The lore we never knew we needed.
Oh my god.
Something through this rock.
One could guess, yes. I do not know what could have done this. There has been no sightings of large creatures enough to throw the rock this big. There's been no signs of anything that could have done this. And yet, one day the bridge is just gone. Now, like I said, I sent soldiers to take a look at it. They came back without many answers. Just that there was a giant rock in the river. Ideally, we can just repair the bridge. We can keep going. That would be an easy fix. But that will take time, and I don't have any intention of sending my men out there to fix it. If they could just have a rock fall on their heads.
That is, why rebuild if it could just happen
Yes.
again.
And I don't give a shit if it happens again. I don't want my men to get hurt.
No, we understand.
I
Is this rock just a large stone, or did it have
It's
properties
a large
to
boulder
it?
the size of a small boulder.
No magic. No magic or nothing.
Not that I've seen. I'm not exactly well versed in magic. Look, I've been giving a small amount of funds to anyone who's willing to take care of the problem, sort out whatever happened. If a creature did this, kill the creature. I don't care. We don't want it. If you want to be the ones to take the job, that's fine. I sent another group out a couple of days ago, but they have not returned.
Traveling.
And the bridge is only a day away, so a day there, a day back. I don't see what would have taken them so long. So let's be honest, they're probably dead, and that's fine. They get paid after the job, so it's not like I'm out on money.
How close is the bridge to the ash fields? This
Are
is
you
me
asking? You're
This is
asking,
me
out of
asking.
game?
Yeah.
So it's not super close. It's not super far away.
Okay, I was just
if
wondering if...
it's maybe an hour's travel from it.
Oh, okay.
Because the general idea is that you had to go through the ash fields,
Right.
which took you around the
okay.
river, and then this would be a direct cut through. So in theory, if you were to go from where you stopped,
Right.
it would have taken you a day to get to the city, but it only took you half a day because you went through the ash fields instead.
I wonder if whatever caused this was perhaps trying to prevent people from going the normal way and making them take alternative paths like us.
Indeed.
Our second question. I kind of like pat Boo. This young man is looking for his mother. We do not have much information, but we're wondering if you have heard of the name Eloise Tali.
Let's find out if he has. It's a natural 20 on his check.
Nice.
So he...
Yeah, that's my wife.
You see her? She's right here.
Meet your stepdad, Boo.
Farewell Kitty.
Not the copyrighted one.
Nina.
Trademark.
There you go.
You see him like, he crouches down and like kneels. So he's like, I guess not kneels because he probably wouldn't have to get that low, but like crouches down a little bit so he's like face to face with Boo. And just, you're looking for your mother. Eloise. That is a name that I've come across. It is... You see, he's like... He was very confident of himself even like 30 seconds before this. And now you sense a little bit of hesitation.
Oh, shit.
It is a name that has shown up on the notice boards. She went missing.
How long ago?
A couple of years now. That's not to say that she's gone, but she's, from what I remember, she came into town 4 years ago. And
4 years.
Four
Four,
years.
not 40 years ago.
40.
40.
Four.
Well, how old are you?
4 years ago.
Duh.
And she lived here in town. And she ran across the guards a couple of times. Nothing terrible. And then her name showed up on the notice board that she was missing. Someone was looking for her. I don't remember who.
Is it a man, perhaps?
I don't know. I only saw the name that was signed to the board. If the job was never taken, there is a chance it's still in the archives if you want to go look. If the job was accepted, then it would have been turned back into whoever took the job, but I don't know what happened with her. I just know that she was missing at one point.
Okay.
But again, he specifically looks at Boo. He's like, that is not to say that she is not safe. She could very well still be around. I just don't personally know.
She could have taken a caravan like she did to get here.
Yes.
Is she dead?
She
I
did.
do not know.
Do we have any other questions?
I don't think we do.
Yes,
It
is
was
there
just the
anything
two.
else I can help?
The archives, how would we access that? Where would we...
Over on the west side of the city, there is a library. It is inside.
Okay.
Northwest, southwest.
Just like
due west.
due west. So like northwest. Northwest.
So maybe we go there next and then swing by the temple
But
at the
there,
end.
the archivist keeps track of any jobs that were not completed. Most often that is because nobody took them, or the person who requested the job passed in some way, or it's unable to be done. But they are typically still there as a way to do things that may need to be done anyway. Very occasionally these jobs get finished and completed, but there is no money involved at this point. Once it's in the archives, it's just out of the goodness of one's own heart, which is unfortunately why many of them go unnoticed.
This is difficult in these days.
Yes.
As people are very interested for themselves.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he says, you seem like a good group, and he kind of like pats Boo on the shoulder.
nice.
If you're ever looking for work with the Embers, just let me know. We always have job openings. It is not the safest of jobs, but it puts money in your pocket.
I have.
Yes.
What do you know of the Ashfields?
I don't know. Let's find out. Less than I know about Eloise.
I mean,
if I know one thing, and one thing specifically, it's about Eloise.
This thing from 2 years ago. Well, no, she went missing 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was here for 2 years before she went missing. I must not have explained that very well. I apologize. Yeah, so she's been missing for 2 years. She arrived in the city 4 years ago.
You did say a couple years missing.
Yeah.
So that,
But the Ashfields, all I know is they are incredibly dangerous. No one's ever gone through and come out the other side alive. It is unfortunately the only way to get past the bridge, which is why we are hoping to get it fixed, because without the bridge fixed, we are trapped on this side of the river, which nobody wants, obviously. It's not like we can get into the ocean and fucking swim. I'm not dedicating my 9 lives to that.
What?
Okay. Not okay. Well,
Anything else?
I didn't have anything else on the agenda.
No.
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 Thank you,
No.
kind sir.
Thank you.
Of course. And I didn't get your names.
Raina.
Pleasure.
And Favyon.
Pleasure.
Ori.
Ori. Death Snail.
That's Nelly. Ay.
She stepped away for a second. Debt Snail.
Dat snail.
Dat Snail. Not this snail. Dat
Dat
Snail.
snail.
That's Snail.
It's like Daft Punk, but it's Daft Snail.
Daft.
Hell
Now
yeah.
you're just being mean. That daft snail.
That daft snail. But yeah. And are you a group or are you just here? Do you have a name?
We're the Fantastic Four.
Plus Boo.
Plus Boo.
Boo's Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. That is.
It's kind of like Charlie and his Angels.
Ah, yes. He is the leader? The mascot?
Mascot.
Mascot. Boo's like, mascot. He's like, I could be a good mascot.
That was very good.
For a second, I thought he was going to take that as an insult, but he is also a 12-year-old
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. 12-year-old boy, you call him a mascot, they're like, yes!
He gritties.
He gritties away.
Gritties
Oh
away.
my god.
Gritties
I'm
out of the...
waiting to my mom.
Okay. What are we gritting?
What are we?
To
Oh my
to
God.
Eloise.
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 Eloise. Hitting the Gwitty.
That's how she got lost.
Oh, she gritty too
She
close.
She gritty too close to the sun.
She gritty in the Ashfield.
And actually, she gwittied pretty far away from her son.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah.
I gwitty out of there.
What a knee slapper.
Well.
Welp. All right.
Clang.
But yeah. Anything we want to do now?
Is the announcements board around here? He said it
Yeah,
was, right?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go check that out real quick.
Go to the archives
Oh.
and then.
Map.
Ah.
Oh, maybe we can ask the guards in the front.
We'll just for the sake of you can get a city map. Yes.
Woo! Acquired. City map.
City map. I have to draw a city map, but we will have a city map eventually.
Couldn't have anticipated this.
It's just a map of Detroit.
Just a map of the Can't have shit in Detroit.
The Chrysler building is the castle.
Ford Field is the archives. It's the gladiator arena.
I love this.
Alright. But yeah, you can get a map of the city. Help you around a little bit. And then did you want to check the notice board that's there?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of notice boards kind of dotted across the city. The one just outside the guard barracks has a couple of different things on there. None of them about Eloise. You can kind of assume that it's been taken off of a board if it was there. But there are two in particular that kind of catch your eye as being a little out of the ordinary. One of them mentions that I guess both of them would mention this, that a person has gone missing. It's a different person for both of them, but it strikes you as odd that multiple people have gone missing, enough so that it's being posted on the boards.
Are the people similar at all? Like, is there
There isn't a great description.
Okay.
It just says, like, it has missing person, please contact, and then it's got a name for more details.
Okay, but
Is
it
it the
doesn't say
same
the
name?
person's name.
No, it doesn't say the missing person's name. It just says,
Oh, okay.
like, it's, so, what makes these two stand out is the fact that, one, they're both missing people, but the fact that neither of them provided details. You would assume, based on what the guard captain had said, that people will post jobs.
Yeah.
They'll get done. They'll take the notice back to the person for payment.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no information on it, you would have to speak to these people to figure out what to do. And looking at all the other notices on the board, that's not the case for any of the other ones.
Can I make, I don't know if it would be insight, but like, Favyon feels weird that it doesn't have contact information, and it does sort of feel criminal.
Mm-hmm. You can make an insight check if you want. But
That's not bad. 14 plus... It's a 3. 17.
17.
Were the contact names on the two posts two different people?
They were two different
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Yeah. With your insight check, we'll say that you can't just be like, oh, these
Right.
are criminal activities.
Yeah.
But you look a little closer at the two, and they do have different names of who you're supposed to talk to, but the handwriting
Handwriting
is
is
the
similar?
same.
Okay.
Are there any symbols like on the paper it's written on, or like next to the names or anything like that?
Does anyone... I think Eurydice might know. What languages do you speak? You know Thieves' Cant, don't you?
I do know Thieves' Cant.
There is a Thieves' Cant symbol on them.
How about is it?
It essentially is... The way that Thieves' Cant works is it's like symbols that represent other things or mean certain things.
Yeah, what is it?
So it's not like a language in the sense that it would be like letters or words spelled out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the one that you're seeing is a symbol that essentially represents like money, and it's actually on there twice, which indicates that this person is offering a large sum of gold.
I'll share that with the party.
Okay.
Do
It's
we
very
perhaps
strange.
Okay.
Want to go look into this later? Or no?
Maybe later.
I'll point out that the handwriting is the same as well.
Maybe if we can find a babysitter for Boo.
No, perhaps.
He's like, I'm not a baby.
A
Mascot.
tween sitter.
Mascot.
A mascot sitter, perhaps.
Mascot sitter.
Perhaps could be the keepers.
Sits on mascots.
That's a vaccine name. Sits on mascots.
What a cat name, though. Like, I feel like that's...
Sits in box.
Sits.
Fits, I sits.
Also, for context, for the other notices on this board too, a lot of them are just like, I need 2 health potions. Please deliver them to so and so at such place. Or like, I need this thing. So, in video game terms, it looks like a lot of fetch quests.
Is there anything that says need bag of holding?
No.
There's people in your party you could give those to. We also have a lot of shit we could offload.
Oh yeah, you have all the shit from the dead people in your bag of holding.
Oh, duh.
Oh, the shit from the dead people. Do da. We're
Yeah, 'cause
about
you put
to
everyone
get
you
rich.
put everyone's stuff in your
And
bag.
we have a list of what is in there because you took a. You asked. You
I
wrote
had
it down.
Yeah, you wrote a
inventory.
list. You took inventory.
Oh.
Maybe that's something
We
should...
took the was she half orc or orc the merchant?
Half orc.
We had all of her stuff.
Yeah, you essentially have
We had
like
some chests. Like we had everyone's valuable.
Yeah.
yes.
But that character sheet is gone now. My notes have disappeared.
We'll find it eventually.
Feels
in a bag of
unethical to just sell it.
They're a bit.
I was thinking we could donate it.
Or get some money to go find Boo's mom.
Aren't you an?
Yeah, how is the rogue the one advocating
Yeah,
for
aren't you
keeping
like
it?
an assassin?
And the paladin and artificer are like, fuck the dead people.
I could use it to make things too.
I wonder why Eurydice is not saying fuck the dead people and their belongings.
Who's to say?
You mean the 2 dead? You're not dead. You're deadish.
I'm not dead.
you're not alive.
I mean, you also know for a fact that last time you used Detect Good and Evil, was it?
Yeah.
She registered as undead on your radar.
And I did
She
not.
did, and
Yeah.
she didn't. Oh yeah, because you're a ghost.
I'm not a ghost. That would be undead.
I don't care.
Fabian is 100% in. Raina's a ghost.
Hold on.
Did you have it in your notes?
But she isn't a ghost? That doesn't make any sense.
Sounds Fabian.
I wouldn't do that.
Maybe.
Alright.
Let us go to.
Did anybody want to take a notice off the board?
Yeah, well, we'll take
I
the...
thought that the protocol for taking the notices was you had to complete the quest and then take the notice and then turn it in.
No, you take it to
Okay.
signify that you are completing it.
Then you're gonna
Okay, I have a question. How are they tacked up to the board? Because I've been thinking about this a lot. Do they have staples? Is there tape? Is it magically put on there? Is there just a
They're
ledge?
just like tacks.
I feel like
Tax
tax
exists.
would be easily
Yeah.
created by a blacksmith.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
like
I
tack
could
it up
make
to the
tacks.
board. Sticky tack.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
do it. I'm listening.
Many tacks. We can throw them at people.
Like ball bearings.
Exactly. I do
Yeah,
have
could
those
make.
too.
Could
Of
make.
course you do.
It will take time, but I could do.
We can give them to Boob to throw at people.
Could help if he's going to be with us.
Or
The
we...
word you're looking for is caltrops.
Caltrops.
Yeah,
should
you
give
played
him the
balloons
ball
before.
bearings.
We take?
Sure.
I'll
You,
take
you taking the two that are
Mm-hmm.
criminal.
Fine, yeah.
That are actually there's thieves' kit on them. You're gonna tell me it's not criminal? It's literally criminal.
You don't know.
I know thieves can't, and I'm.
Aren't you?
You're a
literally
criminal.
an
You're
assassin?
a rogue.
Rogues aren't all criminals.
She could be a dashing rogue.
Yeah.
She's not though.
Yeah.
Rude.
The bird caws a little bit.
Yeah.
You insulted her.
Well, you're back again.
Well, he never leaves. The bird is always on her shoulder.
I forget he is there. And then he says something.
You can't speak. I've tried.
Okay.
There are those who couldn't speak.
I just need a column of bird lore.
Animals.
Also doesn't work.
Right down the speak of animals does not work.
Jot that down.
Fucking bird notes. Okay.
You just have an entire page dedicated to bird lore.
I'm about to. Bird lore. Okay.
Lore.
Speak.
Bird's name is Diego.
Bird's name is not Diego.
It is now.
That was the other bird.
Oh, that's right.
Bird's. The bird has
Diego
a
is
name.
dead. Diego is dead.
Yeah, Diego got yoinked.
Oh. If we go to the library, I would like to look up if we can find anything on that creature that we found.
I think
That's a good
that's
call.
our next.
And perhaps we should talk to the clerics. I feel like that is something. It felt unholy.
Icky.
Unholy. Okay. Sam Smith comes onto the ground.
Sam Smith is the ash creeper.
Hard. Could have been in the basement.
Mommy don't know that.
Oh no, it is gonna kill
Even
it.
a bardcore version of Unholy.
Is there a bardcore
I
version?
don't. Probably.
I
Sure.
hope
sure
so.
there
You have to
is.
look at make it the outro.
Outro song.
Outro. All right.
So, to the archives then?
The
Is that the plan?
archives, I
Okay.
think,
Yep.
Yeah.
To the library.
Yes, because the library is next to the castle.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the other
And
side.
we're gonna swing around and then we'll
And then we have to go back around to the
Go
temple.
around.
Because the temple was south of the garden
There's no
barracks.
Lord of the Rings.
Nope, there's no Lord of the
No
Rings.
Lord of the
No,
Rings.
no Lord of the Rings.
What an underdeveloped fantasy section.
Hey, there are still probably Brooks running around here. It is an
Brooks.
old name.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the librarian's name is Brooks.
I would cry.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you can easily get to the archives. It's a large building, not as large as like the castle, but it's situated kind of like up in the corner of this round city, as much as you can get into a corner.
Here's the city.
But it looks as though it's actually like slightly built into the ground. So when you walk up to it, you have to. There's the library.
Grounds.
So you have to like walk downstairs to get to it, but it looks vaguely. The way I've been picturing it is vaguely like the Parthenon.
So it's more like a stadium setup, like built into the ground, like
Yeah,
that, not like a basement.
Yes, like an amphitheater.
Okay.
Yeah, think amphitheater, but
Like
with
the
walls.
outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Like outside looking like the.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And like walking down into it, the outside almost is like amphitheater, like with like benches and chairs, and you see a lot of people sitting out, like reading books. And there's little like stone podiums essentially that people can put books on. It looks very much like a place where research happens and reading and things like that. Nerd shit.
Nerd shit. Hands on my knees, shaking
Let's
ass
find
on my
the-
nerd shit.
Let's find the library.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm never gonna be able to listen to these recordings.
No. No.
Hell no.
But yeah, so you can very easily go into the library. Walking in, it looks almost like it's just like one giant room with like shelves everywhere and like books lining the walls.
I can crawl under the table.
And you see sections of scrolls. Go on.
No, continue, please. I forgot there's alcohol on the floor.
All right. How much Yiddish do you know, Maddie?
Please, Zach.
Graft.
Bar mitzvah. I don't know.
Can't say that.
Having a bar mitzvah?
No, boo.
Is this gonna stay in the table? Zach's like, how much Yiddish you know?
I swear there's someone under this table.
Jesus.
Speaking Yiddish.
Oh my god.
Isn't that more Hebrew though?
What?
Bar mitzvah?
Yeah, bar
Yeah.
mitzvah is Hebrew.
That's what she said.
No, that's what you said.
I did not. She said.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, bar mitzvah is probably also a word in Yiddish.
No, probably.
They probably would have not.
Yeah, it's a mitzvah.
So the Parthenon.
Yeah, the Parthenon.
Finding the library.
The walls are essentially covered in
Yeah,
books
they-
and scrolls and things like that. There's many people wandering around, and you do see a group of people, essentially, not all together, but scattered around, that seem to be librarians or custodians of the books, that are wearing robes that are almost, when you look at them in the right angle, they look almost like they're a rainbow of colors on their
really?
robes. Like when you look at them almost dead on, it looks more like black.
Oh, but
When they turn in the light, it's
got
very,
all of them.
yeah, it's got like all the colors in there. And one of them, we'll say an elven woman, comes up to you as you come in. Can I help you?
No, we have a few things.
Yeah, we're looking for the archives of notice boards for missing people. We're looking for one in particular.
Yes. Yes. Come with me. I can take you there. And she leads you through some of the stacks and shelves, and eventually you get to a part of the wall that it looks like it's got big like binders almost, just like stuck in there. And she's like, they're sorted by year, and then she like pulls one off the shelf and opens it up, and it's essentially like papers that are like kind of stapled in like a book, but each of them is like a different notice board thing that hasn't been touched. She's like, so if you're looking for a certain date, they should be here in here somewhere.
About 2 years ago?
Yeah.
2 years. You see her eyes kind of dart between some shelves, and she points. It should be that third row from the top of there.
Thank you.
If you need a ladder, there's one attached to the shelves. You can roll it down.
Can I reach it?
You could reach it.
No,
Yeah.
not necessary,
Oh.
but thank you.
Maddie's just doing the lethal company dance in the
also
doorway.
have,
It's fine.
Other questions.
Yeah, of course.
One, do you have any books about the Ashfields or about strange creatures?
We do, yes. That is, we don't have much on the Ashfields. If you're looking for specific creatures, we have like a bestiary section. You're welcome to take a look there.
Okay.
The Ashfields, it would be in our, I think it would be in our disasters section.
Oh, okay, cool.
An arcane disaster specifically.
No, and then last question for me.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Do you have any like picture books or books for helping to learn how to read Common?
Yes, we have an entire section of children's books to learn how to read. If you're looking to teach an adult, we have Reading for Dummies.
I point to Boo. This one.
Children's books, then.
No.
Why are you so aggressive towards the adults? For dummies.
She's a librarian. It comes with the territory.
Not all librarians are mean.
Doesn't
Turn it into a library.
technically already know how to read if you can figure out what was written in his mom's letter?
There's only 3 words.
That or someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone-
you might have
someone
gotten
else-
somebody to read it for
Somebody
him.
else read it for him.
Because he said himself that he can't read
Yeah, he
already.
cannot read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said
I
it, 'cause
didn't
I know he
catch
said
that.
it.
Okay. Alright.
Boo, would you like to go look at those books first and then come back to us in a moment?
Yeah, sure. It would be nice to learn how to read. And he'll go over there. And a few minutes pass, and you see another of the librarians kind of go up to him, and it looks like they start talking, and you see a librarian kind of start helping him through some of the books.
That's nice.
I reach up and try to get I start bringing some of those binders down, because
Sure.
there's probably a lot, right?
Yeah. So just make an investigation check.
Okay.
And anyone else can, too. If you want to pull multiple down, people can look through them, too.
Oh, yeah. 19?
Okay.
Oh my god, I have a +2 on investigation. That's the highest I've had in investigation for any of my characters
Dude,
ever.
I know I
Heck
got a
yeah.
+3. It's wild.
Oh, I got a 2 though, so 4. Wow, these rolls be not for
you roll,
me.
Lori?
No, sorry. Tess sent me something from Katsukan, and I was trying to figure out what it was.
Oh, my friends
Sick.
are at Katsukan today.
It's a video, and it looks like it's Baldur's Gate 3 characters.
Oh,
So,
sick.
I guess we'll have to do that afterwards. What am I rolling for?
Investigation.
17.
17.
Lena, your hair got super long.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Investigation. That's a straight.
I wish it wasn't.
Okay.
Chop it off.
With the
Fix it.
4 of you looking, Favyon attempting to look, you it doesn't take
Smartest
long.
character I've ever had.
Yeah, it doesn't take long until you eventually flip open a page and you do see a notice that says "Missing Person, Eloise Talley."
Is there like a drawing or anything on it?
There is a drawing. It's a woman that like you can see the resemblance from Boo in the drawing. It's not super well done. Like it doesn't look like it was done by an artist. Like you might expect a lot of missing person posters to like maybe go to the guards and like they have the what are they
the
called?
sketch artist?
Yeah, the sketch artist.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It looks like it was done by someone else. Like it wasn't done professionally. And underneath it just says, "If found, please return any news to the guard barracks."
So there's no it's only the guard barracks. There's no other information of who might be looking for her.
Based on the other missing posters, did they also say that?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the ones with the missing, yeah.
Interesting.
So this one doesn't have a contact though.
This one does not have a name. But as you are looking with the high investigations, you would notice that looking at this, you see the same thieves' cant symbols on it that you saw on the other 2.
Okay.
The thing that stands out though is that this one, the other 2 had the 2 money symbols. This one actually has 3.
Somebody was looking for her.
This would explain why she
Somebody
was,
with a lot of money.
and this could probably explain why she was on the run. If someone was after her, this could be why she left Boo, and also why she disappeared from here. This at least gives me hope that she is not dead.
Well, if we think that's the case, we might need 4. It might be in our best interest to keep Boo's relationship with her under wraps.
Duh. Can I want to copy this down. I want to see if it's if I can
Yeah, there would be parchment and charcoal kind of scattered about. So you could very easily, if you wanted to write it out, you could, but you could also
I want to do a carbon copy.
you can do that.
Put it in the bag.
You get the sense that this place as a library, they're very open about the information.
Yeah.
That's good.
Except for the restricted section.
Is there a restricted section?
Sure, why not?
Foils of ourselves are gonna appear.
I'm not doing that to you guys.
Yet.
Just wait, keep fairy porn.
Yeah.
What?
Akatar is just
Just
sitting on the
Akatar.
shelves. It's just a bunch of Sarah J. Maas books.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I want to go to the.
There is a smut section if you want to find smut.
Nuala.
I'm not Abilene, otherwise I would have been there a second ago. Abilene would. Anyway, I want to go to the section on the ash fields and then to the bestiary.
I want to go look at the smut section.
You can.
I'm gonna tail.
All
Debt snail.
So debt snail and Ori going to smut.
Why not?
Bestiary for Favyon, and then ash fields for Raina.
Yeah.
All right. So
Can I cast guidance on myself?
you can. You can.
You can.
You don't want to help us look for smut instead?
Guidance is so good, my dude.
It is really good.
No, I don't have guidance. I have bless. Guidance is second level. Attack roll or saving throw. Too bad. That's not either. Oh well. Never mind.
Alright, I want to take out my little reading classes.
Your
Do we get to
glasses.
reroll for
Yes. Give me just a second. All right. I'm good. I was looking up book titles.
Oh gosh. I
Good.
Go ahead, Maddie. Roll for bestiary.
a dirty 20?
30-20. So looking through, you're able to find notes on quite a few beasts and monsters. You eventually do find a book that's titled just like Arcane Anomalies.
Ooh.
And inside it you do find a very poor depiction of the Ash Creeper. It looks as though it's an image of maybe what it used to look like. When you saw it, it was a creature that had vines growing out of its body. But in this picture, it looks as though the vines are just kind of like wrapping around it, not actually growing from it.
So this looks like a before, a
Yeah.
pre.
Yes.
Got it.
But it describes it as being a very dangerous creature,
It's in your shit.
created from an arcane explosion that essentially warped it and the things around it.
Makes sense.
There is no notes in this book as to how the explosion happened or why it happened.
Is it talking about the explosion in the ash fields?
Yes.
Though? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it is known.
Yeah,
to be-
and also like people have seen it before.
So meaning it has been around the outskirts, or people have gone in.
Nobody's gone in.
So it's
And the book would note that too. The book says this creature is incredibly dangerous. The only recorded sighting of it was people who were fleeing the ash fields when the explosion happened.
Spooky.
Can I roll for my Ashfield investigation?
Sure.
Not well. That's
Maybe
gonna be
that thing
11.
through the rock.
11.
Yeah.
You find details on you. So looking through the arcane histories section, essentially, you find what is titled as thoughts on thoughts on the ash fields, like a wizard's ramblings or musings of what they think happened in the ash fields, right? Very research based. And you start reading through it, and it mentions things like how the ash fields used to be very different, and how there actually used to be a small settlement situated in there, and that someone had immense amounts of arcane power and they broke free in some way. Like the powers, not the person. And something about it collided poorly with some sort of flame source and caused an arcane explosion. And because of that, there's a very clear and defined line. And you saw this going into the ash fields. There is a line where the ash fields begin and stop.
And how long ago did this happen again?
This was... Oh boy, I don't have my notes on it.
I think I have wrote it down.
I want to say it was 10 years.
I think you're right. I think it was something like that.
I think it was 10 years.
I know I'm not there, but is there a way to stop it? To like
They're still burning.
They are still burning.
to be like not burning?
Yeah, it's not burning.
Magical water.
Magical water.
Gosh, if only we had that decanter and like.
Yeah, just start walking through. No, we'll say 10 years. But the fields themselves have not been growing, but they have not been improving. Like, the fire still burns. Essentially, it, like, any new grass that pops up is eventually burned. But it's not spreading beyond the boundaries. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Raina's gonna write some of that down.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Can I copy your notes?
Yeah.
I feel like we would just tell each other anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is not. Raina's not keeping this information to herself.
Okay. And then
I feel like we come together to share our stuff.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have ash creature stuff.
our smut duo,
Yeah.
Our
You-
smuo.
Smuo. You looking for anything in particular? Or just looking?
We're just perusing.
perusing?
Yeah.
Would you like some titles?
Sure.
This is what I looked
The
up.
last night.
The
Should
last
we?
night, no.
Do you
If
want us to roll for it, or do you want to just give them to us?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a D8. Lena, roll a D8.
You're a D.
Everybody gets a smut novel. 2. You find How I Learned to Love Tentacles, a crackin' good romance.
Wow.
8.
8. Delving for Desire.
Can you check things out of this place?
Sure.
How do they keep
You
track
are
of
a
this?
rogue.
I will say.
I thought about
Warning.
stealing it.
Oh.
I decided not to.
Apparently you pick up Delving for Desire. You notice it says Chapter 3. It is the 3rd book in the series.
I would like to find the first book in
The first
series.
book is
Well, wait, no,
Explorations
hold
of
on.
Desire.
Does it say on the back if it's a standalone and it has like a pairings or?
It's the ending of a trilogy.
All right, I grab the first one. I go and check it out
Okay,
because I have manners.
it's fair. You want to hear some of the ones you didn't get?
Sure.
Beauty in the Eye of the Beholder.
Oh.
Aw, that's so cute.
Last Night in the Graveyard. It's about vampires.
Nice.
Okay.
Diamonds in the Rough. Finding Happiness with a Dwarf.
Oh my god.
There you
Every
go.
day.
There's actually quite a few on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. His Long Sword of Love.
Oh. Very that's one for you.
A Cave for Two.
Why would
This is long swords.
Fabian want to read about another man's longsword?
I don't know.
I don't know your sexuality.
Oh,
I don't know what
Ah,
forget
you're just guessing.
Arcane Romance.
This was
It's a story between an orc and a human wizard.
If this was Adley, that would be
There you go.
nope.
All right,
I'm
well.
not that life anymore.
You can still be interested in smut even if you're married.
I am, but right now Raina is.
Raina is not.
Raina, I feel like is very much
She's
like.
not married, so she can't be interested in smut.
No, Raina right now is ADHD kind of focused. Like I'm hyper fixated on this issue.
Gotcha,
so that's
gotcha.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
that and my son being literate.
My son being literate. You've known this
You know
child.
he's looking for his real mom.
Yeah, I know. I'm not keeping him. But for now,
Temporary mom.
I'm a foster mom.
This
Yeah.
is my temporary mom.
Thanks, Carrie Underwood. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just a foster mother.
Alright.
The other mother.
Oh no.
Anything else we want to look for in the library while we're here?
I'm sure there
so.
are.
This is probably the biggest city Eurydice's ever been in, right?
Oh yeah. It's
She-
the
see
second
if
lo-
she can
second
find-
largest city in the world.
See if she can find anything about undoing undead.
Sure. Make an investigation
She's
check.
done. I have stuff.
If you want to ask a librarian, you can roll with advantage.
I'll ask a librarian.
Sure, roll with advantage.
19.
19. So you find a section that is essentially on like death and like what happens after death. And you again find, very similar to the Ashfields one, like musings on death. Like someone doing research into what happens when people die. And the general consensus is that, like, nothing happens. Like, if you die, you just fade away and you're gone. Because there is no afterlife. But there are a couple of books that note undead, and specifically things like vampires, zombies, skeletons, things like that, that persist after the physical body has died. And there doesn't appear to be any known way to bring someone back, like, as they were. But there are a couple of books that you're able to find that talk about ways that you might be able to bring someone back midway between what they were and an already existing undead creature like a zombie. But to do that would require immense amounts of magical power.
She will show that part of the book to the crow.
Crow like, right. He just like looks at you, looks at the book.
Is this what you did? Nod yes or no. That's not helpful.
He kind of like shrugs slightly and just, and like you see his beak point to one specific part where it's like the immense amounts of power.
The bird can read?
And just like taps it with his beak. And then he shakes his head yes. Like, yes.
Right.
How did you get access to that?
So true.
Same bestie.
She'll check this book out too.
Okay. You do so.
I'm so sad I got to see none of that.
Favyon's crow lore.
I would like to look up. First of all, is there a section or like any place where like news of other towns and settlements maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there would be, like, if you were to go into the library, there's probably like newspapers,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Like a backlog of newspapers.
I'll look for that, and then I also want to see if there's anything on Warforged.
Okay. Make 2 separate investigation checks. The second one will be harder.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to ask a librarian,
Yeah, I'm
you get
asking.
advantage.
Okay. This is for the newspaper with advantage. That's investigation, you said?
Yeah.
19
Yeah.
for the newspaper, and then that's going to be a 15 for the other one.
Warforged.
Yeah.
So you can find papers that talk about news, and most, like, it's like the Pyrus Press, basically, right? Where a lot of it is news of like what's going on in the city, what's going on in the surrounding areas. But in every one of them, there's a little, like, the back page is what's going on in the rest of the world. And it's like, oh, there's a civil war happening over here, or there's something going on down there. And I'm assuming you're looking for something in particular. Trying to think if you would find it. So, there would probably be a little note about this thing happened.
In.
In.
Say it, Zachary.
The city you're from.
Which is?
God, I hate you. In Connecticut.
Thank you.
From Connecticut?
Yeah, spelled K-E.
Yeah. She's from Connecticut. She wrote Connecticut to be canon in this world. And I'm never going to forgive her for that.
Thank God it wasn't Ohio.
Thank God.
Oh, God, you think...
Ew, who would want to be from Ohio?
Gross.
Oh,
Anyways.
wait, hell no.
Connecticut's also pretty shit, to be fair.
Well, at least she's rich.
Fair enough.
Exactly. But it's
Raina gives off a I grew up with money vibe anyway.
That's fair.
So far from the truth, but okay.
Well, yeah,
That's just your vibe.
There would be a little snippet about Connecticut.
What is it? What's it say?
It mentions that it is pretty much got destroyed. You get the sense that there's not a lot known about why, but there's a little snippet in there that says, like, Connecticut, like, little town way off over here, came close to devastation.
Close.
Close. You, reading through it, says that several people did survive. Several.
Does it list names or
It does
no?
not.
Okay. So there's hope. Okay. I'll copy that down.
You can again, carbon copy
Yeah.
it.
Was that your 2 rolls?
Yeah, what about the 15 for the other one?
For the Warforged, no.
Okay.
You get the sense that this is not a common thing.
I feel like everyone's off doing their stuff. Favyon's already done with what he needs to do. So he's just going to start chatting up some of the librarians. About,
Now, when you say chatting up, are
Oh.
you, chatting up?
no, this is the most innocent of
Okay,
all
okay.
chats.
Aw.
Tell me about the city. I'm new here. What about you? How do
I'm
you
new
like
in
your
town.
job?
Okay.
Trying to get to know these people on, a personal basis.
Jesus. Yeah, they would be happy to chat with you, tell you what's going on in town, what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Looking for entertainment, any fun news. What are some fun things to do around town?
I mean, there's plenty. You would get the news that there's plenty of taverns. There's always something going on. There's competitions that are frequently happening. In fact, the town. Oh man, this is where not writing my notes down is going to bite me in the butt.
Goblin in funny hat.
It just says "sexy goblin?" ? Soblin.
It's Gog.
Goglin on that slop.
Alright.
Goblin Soblin.
Jesus. But there is a festival coming up that is typically surrounded in competition, where most of the adventuring parties actually compete against each other. What? Why are you looking at me like that? What do you think it is, Grace?
I think it's similar to when we met the Peeners in the last
Oh my god.
campaign.
No, that one
Justin
was just
Peener.
random competition, though. This one is specifically designed for adventuring parties.
Oh, like at the guilds.
Oh, see, I thought this was like the Starlight one, but that was in Ravnica.
Yeah,
so
that was
and
something
Ravnica
else.
doesn't exist. So
Yeah, Ravnica does not exist.
all right,
It's a
Island
competition.
that Ravnica was on exist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a competition for adventuring parties?
Yes. There's many competitions, but it's just a way for the city that supports a lot of adventuring parties to blow off a little steam. So there's combat competitions, there's drinking competitions, there's archery competitions.
There's drinking on.
Oh my god.
Noted.
Noted.
I have a really great idea.
And there's pretty much anything else that you can think of. Capture the flag.
Capture the flag.
Not fast this time. Aww. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Not this time.
Not this
Damn.
time.
I am. I can be.
Capture the flag was easy when you can run 90 feet in 6
That's
seconds.
true. That is true.
I mean, you've got a rogue.
I can't do that yet.
I mean, you can't bonus action dash.
I don't think so.
I thought you got
I
that.
thought you could.
Expeditious
Is it a-
retreat, baby.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I think so, yeah.
No, I think I get that next level.
Excellent. Level 4 is an ability.
Oh no, wait, you're right. It's cunning action.
Yeah. Yeah, you bonus action dash, normal action dash. You just go 90 feet. Boom, boom. Easy.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I am fast
Bada
as fuck,
bing,
boy.
Bada boom.
We. Makes me think of Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, guys.
Alright.
Moving on.
Anything else anyone wants to do in the library?
What's the names of the librarians?
I'll
Don't
kill
think
you.
so.
I'll kill and you? It's a lot of names.
We can. You wanna randomly pick some names?
Yeah.
All right. Flav's.
You don't have to. I don't.
Flavor Flav.
You don't have to.
What's happening now?
Okay.
Random name generator. Random name generator.
Flow Rider.
Go right. All categories.
Will I am?
T-Pain.
Generate a name.
Ice Spice.
Oh
Ice
my
Spice.
god.
Rhiannon.
Okay.
Rihanna.
No, Rhiannon.
Okay.
Rihanna.
Rhiannon.
Oh,
Rhiannon.
interesting.
Rhiannon.
Rihanna.
I hope you're writing these down because I'm not.
That's a character in Fourth Wing.
Why are they all R names? Ragna.
Sorry.
Ragna.
It's a name.
And then the third one is Presley.
I don't like that one.
Presley.
It's because I don't like Elvis.
Fair.
This is Lena lore.
Lena.
The crow doesn't like Elvis either. That famous bard. Elvis.
It's canon now. Canonical.
Canonical Elvis.
Canonical.
Canonical.
Botanical.
What?
Cannibal.
Canonical.
Oh.
Botanical.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
So we're leaving the library.
I think
Oh,
so,
let's
yeah.
get Boo first.
Oh yeah, you can get Boo.
Now let's just leave him here.
So you go to get Boo. We'll say Presley is over there helping him read. And you come over and Boo's like, I learned what A is.
This is very good. Good job.
Thank you.
That was very fast.
Yes.
A whole letter.
Yeah.
I've been told there's a lot.
Many.
Yeah.
There's
Uh,
25 others. At least.
Can I check out the book that he was like learning the letters from? I'll check out the book for him.
You do so. It looks just like a C Spot Run kind of book.
Yeah.
But it's C Spot Run, but Spot is an owl bear.
Good.
Aww.
Good.
I like this book.
Okay.
Put it in
Did
the
you
bag.
just pull a child's book out of thin air?
Yeah. That's what I do.
Everyone knows C.
90% of
I don't-
D&D is improv.
We do spend a lot of time with Lincoln, to be fair.
Yeah.
I
He
was-
also has C Spot
that's-
Run with an owl bear.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, how do you know a children's book name? Like, yeah, you work with children, but not that young.
You don't know C Spot
Run?
Run?
That's like old.
That's like the children's
It
book.
is.
Now we're on the Maddie lore.
I was never a child.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Honestly, that
Between
makes
the
sense.
Lions too.
You just spawned this way.
She spawned with a monster in her hand and,
in the back
and
of
a dream in her
Little
heart.
Caesars.
And an Advil. I bake it up in the back of a Little Caesars.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's go, boys.
Doughboys. Alright.
Jesus.
Where to now, team?
The temples, right?
Yep,
Sure, the
Temple of-
Shrine of the Six.
Nine and 6. The tricks.
Silly rabbit. Shricks are for kids.
Oh
Alright. So you make your way over to the temple.
Hmm.
It looks like a cathedral, essentially. Like picture like Notre Dame.
Before it burned.
But yeah, nicer.
I mean, to be fair, they rebuilt
Nicer.
it, guys.
But nicer. And you see there are 6 on the outside. There's like 6 giant stained glass windows, each of them with a depiction of one of the 6 major gods. And if you want me to run through those just as
go ahead.
as a reminder, we can.
Go ahead.
Yep.
So Umberly. So you see a picture of like a female figure holding, excuse me, holy cow, holding what is essentially like a sword, like arm outstretched with like waves curling over her and behind her. But it looks as though she kind of like melts into one of the waves. You see a symbol of Bahamut, the platinum dragon. Literally, like, the whole stained glass image is taken up by this platinum dragon, just breathing fire directly up into the air. You see another female form, but this one is very... I don't want to say blurry, because, like, it's glass. It's hard to be blurry. But her form isn't solid. And you see a mask situated on her face. This is the masked queen, Olidamara, god of revelry and trickery. Olidamara, Olidamara. The fourth one is a figure of what kind of looks like a spriggan, almost. Like, have you ever seen, like, a person made of wood? With like both hands held aloft and like vines kind of growing around them. This is Biori, goddess of nature. You see a figure. This one's a more male figure, weaving a tapestry up on the window. Savras, the god of fate. And then the 6th one is Foltus, the god of light. So you see essentially what is like the upper body, like shoulders up, like bust style of a man with like a giant sun radiating behind him, so much so that his features are cast in shadow.
I thought you were about to say that his whole body was just like, that was the sun.
He
Like,
actually is
up,
bioluminescent.
Is the sun.
Up
He's the
here, like
Oh.
past his shoulders, that's normal.
No.
Underneath, that's the sun.
No. But yeah, those are the 6 prime gods. There are other gods in the world, but they would not be worshipped openly at this temple.
Right. Makes sense.
There's old gods, there's minor gods, there's despot gods, you know, all the fun stuff.
I feel like Raina's gonna go to the section that you would expect to Bahamut. Is there a way that like people would greet each other, like, you know, because you know her backstory? Like, is there a way that would be?
Sure, I think most Bahamut worshippers would probably, I don't know, maybe like Platinum Dragon, smile upon you, friend. I don't know.
Platinum.
Platinum. Bahamut.
This isn't gold, this is platinum.
Witty.
Yeah, I feel like she would go to.
May Bahamut gwitty on you.
All right. And I feel like, if you guys,
Those wings.
you might notice. Oh Lord. You might notice that when she goes there, she seems to like. I mean, she obviously always is standing up straight, but like almost seems a little stiffer now, like more formal. In this area. Yiddish from the floorboards.
What is...
Is it coming from her tunnel?
Oh my god.
Jesus.
There's Yiddish whispering from her chest.
Yeah, so Raina stands up a little bit straighter, kind of seems a little bit more, probably not tense, but more just like sure of herself. Like,
How does metal get more tense?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And she
It's
walks,
the vibe.
It's the vibe, yeah. It's the energy.
Yeah, and so the inside of this temple is very much like there is a large center section for like worship and like what would essentially be an actual like religious service, but there's also 6 sections kind of cordoned off for each of the 6 prime gods. So you could very easily go to the Bahamut section. There would be clerics and paladins over there. You notice when you come in that there is a service taking place. You see someone standing up in like religious robes that actually has like the symbols of like all the different gods on it. The non-denominational pastor, as one might be.
Hell yeah.
And just for the sake of this, you can tell that appears to be like the high cleric for the temple.
How long do we get a feeling that the service is like almost over?
Yeah, but you also see people kind of milling about. Like, it seems as though, even though there's a service going on, it's not rude to still do other things.
Okay.
Like, there is the expectation that, like, there are 6 prime gods. You may not be here for this service. You may be here for your own god, and that's perfectly fine.
Very chill religious setting.
That is the intention.
Go over to my section.
Yeah, you can go over to the Bahamut section.
They're like an uncomfortably comfortable youth pastor.
Oh my gosh.
He's kind of sitting backwards in his chair.
Yeah.
Hey, folks.
He's like in his 30s, but he's got a wife who's like 19.
Ooh.
And she's very uptight.
Yes.
I wasn't very godly.
Covers
See,
up a little
whenever
bit.
we give someone part of our cookie, it means we can't give it to our future husband. Who wants a cookie that isn't a full cookie?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Your tickets for the
Religious prom.
remember
Religious
prom.
Leave space for Umberly.
Y'all want to go see?
Space
When
for
we open
Umberly.
Oh my god.
When we open our breakfast beer,
Calling by its real name, please.
Oh shit. Our Weiner-Lager.
Exactly.
Served exclusively in the temple.
This temple is sponsored by
Weiner-Lager. The lager part is the blood of Umberly, and the wiener part
It's the body.
Okay, the imagery of you just kneel down and a priest just sticking on you.
It's a little too real for some people.
Jesus.
I'm gonna cut all of it.
Your sausage, madame. Tips fedora.
Why is that youth pastor wearing a fedora?
Oh my god, dude. We should not play this
Have a
late.
chin strap.
Oh.
There's Elvish coming from the floorboard.
That's just Ari. She knows how to throw her voice.
Anyway. Jesus. Getting back on track. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Raina goes over to the Bahamut section. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do in the table?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Okay. A few minutes go by, and it looks like the service kind of calms down. And the person who was giving the religious service kind of comes over to the group of you and just, I noticed you were some new faces in here. Welcome to the Shrine of the Six. Can I ask what brings you in?
Am I back or am I still in my section?
You can be there, sure.
Okay, I'll be there.
I forgot why we came here. Because she wanted to come here.
I did want to come here.
Okay.
Oh, no, because remember we were going to talk about the dream. We were going to ask, like, prophecy-wise, because I feel like this is a big thing.
Oh, also, if they know anything about Eloise.
Correct.
Okay.
We have a few questions. First, we were wondering if you knew anything about an Eloise Tolly.
Let's find out. You see, he pauses for a second. For the record, this is an Aasimar man.
Oh, of course.
If you want his name, he's High Cleric Preston Ashton. Preston Ashton.
It sounds so close to Preston Garvey from Fallout.
Preston Ashton?
Ashton.
Ashton.
You just got punked.
Oh my god!
Pulls off a mask. It's just Ashton Kutcher.
Oh my god. And he's a cleric to Tiamat.
You thought this was non-denominational.
It's actually
It's all for
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
No, she just has. Never mind. I was
What?
gonna say, doesn't Tiamat have 6 heads?
5.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Womp womp. Eloise used to be a regular here, I believe. She stopped coming several years ago, though. Not quite sure why. But we used to see her every... Please hold while I look at the actual calendar. Every Mezzes.
how do you spell that?
Mezzes.
What is the
Z-Z.
That's the equivalent of...
Sunday?
No.
No,
Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Which god is on Friday?
Savras.
Oh,
Savras.
God of fate. Why are you drawing on the table?
Why not?
Stop drawing on my table.
Why? I can erase it. It's my table too.
That's true. It's also Maddie's table.
Say, oh yeah, I'm in this marriage now. My table.
My students will
kicking me
draw on my
out?
desks and then they'll erase it.
We're
and then
all
the eraser
married
leaves
here.
more of a mark.
Did you drink all the tea but didn't eat any of the boba?
What?
That's
No.
Lena's.
Yeah.
No, I ate some of the boba. I'm waiting for the ice to melt to eat the rest of it.
she has a.
I have a system.
She has a steps to it, yeah. Alright.
No step boba.
I was about to say.
Stuck in the straw.
I'm stuck in the lid.
You know, Grace, I don't think I'm doing as good a job as you.
Oh my god. Okay. What else are you asking? Let's stay on track, team. We're getting distracted.
I had a question about a dream that I had that seemed important.
We said we wanted to ask about the dream, right?
Yeah.
It's
What about the dream?
It's just, have you heard of, people sharing a literal dream?
I mean, it's not unheard of. I'm sure that the gods send whatever images they wish to the people that they wish to receive them. Are you saying that you shared a dream with somebody?
That is hypothetical.
I am not the most well known in dreams. If you're looking for someone who might know a little bit more, there is someone in town who may be able to help. There is someone who only refers to themselves as the Oracle. But I will be honest, they're a bit eccentric. They don't really have a place that you could go. They tend to reach out to people who have caught their eye. So a lot of adventuring groups, once they're in town for quite a while, get a letter from them asking to meet and then learn a little bit more about themselves. So if you would like to ask them, you could, but I would let you know it's very difficult to get in contact with them. You kind of have to just wait for a letter, which sometimes is how the gods work anyway, so.
This is true.
gods use the postal service?
No.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
uses the postal service.
Yeah. How else will you get your mail?
Never thought about it.
Gods have
Yeah.
people to write to,
Bahamut's
orders
gotta
to give.
check his naughty and nice list. Check it twice.
Okay.
Wait, out of game. Is Bahamut on Santa?
Who's to say?
Yes.
Oh my God.
In game, yes.
I guess Raina would know that.
Yeah.
Nice list. For 100 years running.
100 years.
Sure, that's what I said.
What did you say?
She said 400.
400 years. The lore of these people. Where's my ghost comment?
400-year-old ghost.
Did you write down Weiner-Lager? Yeah, I named the chapter Weiner-Lager and Waffle-Hands.
I can't wait for like a couple years from us to like look back at this
And be like, what is
Weiner-Lager.
this nonsense?
So many weird notes I found from early in our campaign. Zion, come a bitch.
Alright. Anything else in the temple that we would like to accomplish?
I just would like to go pray to my vans.
Sure. You can pray. You want to make a religion check to see if you're heard?
Yup. That's a 16.
16?
That's unfortunate.
You pray to Bahamut. You get the sense that your prayers were received.
Dope.
If not answered, at least received.
Delivered.
Delivered.
You were left unread.
Yeah, has seen, but
Okay, so he's...
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well, I get the feeling we'll be left on red a lot more often in this campaign.
Most likely.
I don't know. I feel like we're... Well, yeah, given that our characters aren't, but us at the same time, we're all at least on the same plane.
That is true.
It makes some things easier.
If someone has the sending spell, you can just, yo, what's up, Bahamut?
I can't learn that, I don't think.
I have no
I
idea.
feel like there must be some way to filter that for him. Like a secretary.
The gods are just like,
It's just drawn.
Sharon, someone got my sending line again.
It is just
It's
drawn.
just drawn. Sorry, I'll transfer you to Mr. Bahamut.
Mr. Hamut
Mr.
Kamaba.
They play like elevator waiting music in your head.
Yeah. You are 3,742nd in line. Please hold.
I'm sorry, your call has been disconnected. God damn.
Alright. So what's next on the to-do list?
Okay, let's go over the to-do list. Family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Family.
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 Did you just call him a nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He kind of is, yeah.
We're talking about different people. Okay, so on our to-do list, things that we have found to do. We have roars in the wind.
We did that.
Yeah, but he has tasked us
We should probably
to go to the bridge.
That's
and
right, we
Figure
did the
out and
bridge.
kill the creature who did it.
I feel like that's a
kill
tomorrow job. It's like it's a
bridge.
day away.
Creature. Yeah, we're just going over the general to-do list.
We gotta find Boo a babysitter first.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is there like an IKEA thing, you know, where you can put the kid?
Your play zone.
Maybe we can leave him with the librarians? Or Margot?
That's what I was thinking of the keepers, but then again, they're also adventurers, so like.
They can take a break for like a day.
But we also, I don't know. I feel like could also just take them to the. I don't know.
Just take him to the bridge. What's
There's
the worst
also
I have concerns.
there's also a festival coming up in the city. Kind of sounds like fun.
Yeah.
A good team builder. There's some fighting. There's some archery. There's some drinking.
Oh, this I could do.
We have a friend who is not good at is great at drinking, not great at consuming.
It does not say I have to consume. This is I have to drink.
True. So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's coming up pretty soon.
You can't get drunk? Apparently I canonically can't either.
Oh, good for us.
Put on a great show.
That.
Maddie's turning toward
I was
Eurydice
like-
notes.
Yeah, Death Nelly notes.
Death snail.
Death snail.
Daft snail.
Is it because you have no organs? Did you say this in game?
Yes, I did say it in game.
You have organs, or you don't have,
I do have
have
organs.
organs. Working organs?
I have no idea.
No idea if organs working.
I don't think she can really go to the doctor and be like, "Hey, doc,
I haven't tried cutting myself open yet.
we could change."
That sounds painful.
But you do feel pain.
Would I
I
feel
think
pain?
canonically,
It's
I
up
do.
to you.
I have to look. Something
Probably,
about
yeah.
Warforged.
Probably deadened pain. Like
I know I
her
can
pain
smell.
would never be as severe as it
You can smell
would have been.
pain.
So.
Fine by me. Maddie is horrified by this news.
She can smell and also feel
think
pain.
so. Yeah. I can.
My character can feel pain, but it's not extreme pain.
Yeah, I
Like
can.
it's dulled.
What about you?
Me? I'm normal.
Okay.
I'm normal.
Okay, and with that all settled.
What is?
Did anyone else have anything on the list? We have 3 things on the list right now. There's the festival if we wanted to do it. There's find Boo a babysitter. And then there's going to the bridge to find whatever did this. And maybe get some money out of it. Which would be nice. Oh, sorry. And then the missing persons flyer.
Yes. It looks like we gotta figure out where they came from.
Yeah.
And that includes Eloise's.
But I don't have a good feeling about these flyers. It could be a good maybe start to see where Eloise went since there's the same
I think that
symbols
would be-
on it. But I'm not sure if we want to have too much interaction with these folks, especially not
So
turn over individuals to these folks.
Yeah.
We don't know who they are yet.
No. And this oracle.
Yeah.
And
I
the
feel like
oracle.
we need to
Ah.
get noticed somehow because I feel like that is
I feel like the best way to do
important.
that is to solve the bridge problem.
Duh. I think
I mean,
bridge is
that is one way to do it, but maybe
Yeah.
the most public way is the festival.
True.
How
Do
many
both.
days until the festival?
We all turn to Zach.
Say 5.
We could look bridge first. And then, you know,
It could be risky.
the bridge.
And then having, well,
We have made
It's
it
5
there.
days
day
away.
back.
Tomorrow is our 1 day there, so 4 days away. Maybe 1 day actually searching, 3 days away. 1 day back, 2 days away.
Give us 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plenty.
Sounds good to
We
me.
made it through the ash fields. I do not think a bridge could be worse. I could regret these words, though.
Who's to say?
Immediate
Yeah.
bad vibes.
It's just the bridge.
What does the
Technically,
crow
it's
think of the bridge?
It's not a bridge anymore.
Crow loves bridges.
That boulder is actually a giant egg.
Shit, egg lore.
God, not more.
I have so many columns of lore now.
That Boo would hate it.
This is why Blue gets big pieces of
Giant
I was gonna
egg.
say, I think that should be our first order of business because it seems like there's multiple things where we're not gonna want Boo with us, or we will be too concerned with his safety.
I mean, he is 12. We don't necessarily need somebody who can stay with him 100% of the
Put him in a
time.
free summer camp.
My concern is that Boo, given who Boo's mother is, and that's someone being willing to pay lots
He
of
is in
money,
danger.
and that we can tell based on even the bad picture that he looks like his mother.
Yeah, my suggestion would be the barracks, although it did say to contact the barracks on his mom's sheet, and it also
That
has the
could
same
also mean
symbol.
there's
Someone with
a rat
Yeah.
in the guard.
Based on the thieves' cant, did it look like the person who was writing the thieves' cant on the posters was also the person who had written the posters, or did it look like it was separate?
It looked like it was part of the poster.
I do not trust the barracks.
No. I say either the keepers, the library, it could even be the temple.
We could also ask the keepers what they think about who may be capable of watching
Well,
a
they
12-year-old child
They have
while
been
we
here
go
for
off
years.
and
They-
try to kill something.
Oh, that is a good idea. They have been here for years.
That is true.
Sort of assumed that at least one of them was from here, too.
It's fair.
Should we go
You
back
could
to
always
the inn
ask.
and go see if we can find our friends?
So say,
Sure.
does it seem like the right time of day for people to start convening at inns for
Yeah,
eating
I think
meals?
given everything you've done
yeah.
today, it's probably been most of your day. I think you spent most of it probably in the library.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can head back to the Sloppy Sow.
Schlappy.
Sloppy.
Mm.
I'm giving
Okay.
that.
Alright.
So it is worth noting you only had your rooms for one night, so you would have to
Go buy
purchase
another
again.
room.
I'll pay this time.
so 1 gold to get your 4 rooms.
Thank you.
But you can go back and the keepers are in there. As you walk in, you literally see them all like clank a mug together, and you hear above like the noise of everything else, you hear Margot specifically just be like, "Another successful run, everybody! Good job!"
Sounds like they had a good day.
And they all like
Where are they running?
knock back their drinks. Even Ariel, who looks like she just still has water.
Oh, good.
I guess we'll walk over to them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, friends.
Galad and Dale just say, "Hey, welcome back.
Hmm.
Did you have a successful excursion around the city?"
Oh, we much information. We had a question.
Yes.
Given our friend here, Boo, we are going to go on an expedition
Mm-hmm.
for a few days, and we feared it will be too dangerous for him.
Ah. So what have you done in the past in this situation?
The child is a new addition.
Remember, we have only been together for 3 weeks.
Ah, yes.
And
Okay.
there were
Got
many
it.
more of us.
Got it. I forgot. Yes. I mean, you see him kind of like look at the rest of the group, and Kaleem's just like, "We'll watch the boy.
Oh, thank you.
We got a little extra coin in our pocket after today. It's not like we need to take another job right away.
We saw your cheers. What are we celebrating?
A successful job.
Oh, congratulations.
It's nice and simple. There was a couple of petty thieves down in the low town, and we were able to get rid of them.
Were they called?
You see Zari just like, "I got rid of them."
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. They're potted plants now.
Oh, I
That's
like you.
fun.
I like you. I also like
You
to
see
create.
Ariel just like, "Oh no." She's like, sorry, you can't just tell everyone you're turning people into plants.
So this creation magic that you do, please.
You're talking to Zari.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know. It's just kind of all over the place.
Oh,
magic, baby.
Wild
Wild
magic.
magic, baby.
She's like, I try to cast a spell, and I don't know what that spell's gonna be.
Interesting.
So
Fascinating.
I've been trying. Ariel's trying to teach me. We're both sorcerers, you see.
Ah.
But her magic is a little bit more controlled than mine. Mine's a little out there. Like she tried to teach me how to like cast just a fireball, and it was not a fireball for me. It was something very different. Don't know why, but I think it's partially because like you know how sorcerers they got like their soul. I think we share.
Oh. I was like, can I do like would I know Arcana?
They share a soul.
They share their sorcerer soul.
Could I do like an Arcana check? Like if I would have heard about like wild magic sorcerers
Sure.
or something. 11.
Yeah, if people want to make an Arcana check, that's fine.
What is my Arcana? I don't think it's very good.
+5. I still
Probably
say
not,
11.
probably
Mine-
not great.
Mine is not good, but we'll see what happens. That's a 14.
Nope. Mine's not gonna be even
It's better than mine.
17.
17. I mean, you've all heard of like wild magic before. Typically, though, even from what Zari is describing, sorcerers tend to have even a little bit more control over it than even she seems to. Typically, this idea of wild magic comes from they might cast a spell and like too much magic escapes and causes something else. Zari seems truly like random
Does
in her
she
spells.
have like a focus?
Yeah,
Oh,
she could pull it out.
focus.
She has a little pendant.
Oh, beautiful. I was just wondering. I know that often the focus can help.
Yeah. If also for anyone who sees her pendant, she and Ariel have matching pendants.
Aw.
And you can make a religion check if you want to see what's on it.
It's gonna be a 19.
Yeah. It's not a super hard check.
13.
17.
9.
And 9 does not do it. Everybody else, it's the symbol of Zariel.
Is this history check? Is this pre?
She is a demon or a devil at this point.
Oh.
She is an archdevil at this point.
They both are wearing it.
They're both wearing it.
But she's an Asimar.
Yes. They're twins. They're an Asimar and Tiefling twins.
Are these her kids?
Not directly. Not directly.
Cool. Makes sense. Cool. Cool.
Do you mention any of the things that you notice?
I look at the symbol. Yeah. Would I given my like past, would I have maybe have come across not directly, but maybe like a force including
Probably.
sorry. I nod like and good pendant to have. She is quite fierce.
Yeah. Zari's like, yeah, she's our ancestor.
Ah.
That's who we're named for.
Ah,
Zari and Ariel.
very good. Well, I would wonder how good you fight. She is quite a.
We can fight real good. Zari makes like karate chops in the air. Like, you want to become a plant?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you not turning me into a plant.
I couldn't if I tried. But like, I might be do something else. I've made she like points to Ariel. She's like, I made Ariel float the other day. She just like started floating up. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Tried to heal her. Didn't work.
That must be frustrating. But you have a good attitude toward this.
I
That's
try.
good.
Yeah, and Ariel's just like, my magic is a little bit more controlled.
Just a bit.
A lot more controlled.
I think she is trying to be nice to her sister.
Where she's got the wild magics. I have the order,
Two half, one coin.
the clockwork, one might say.
I do hear her ticking, right?
You
We've
do
heard
hear
it.
her ticking.
I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
This ticking.
Yes. It happens. It's frequent. comes and goes.
Do you know why?
It's where I think the powers come from.
Hmm.
I have a measure of control over time.
Ah, chronomancy.
So
Good to know.
out of game, she's a Clockwork Soul sorcerer.
That's so
I was
fucking
just I
dope.
was getting that from.
Clockwork Soul and Wild Magic sorcerers.
Love it.
Those are fun. Very fun combination.
What's I cannot think of the other guy's name.
Colleen. You can ask him.
I will ask.
You see, he's just quite talented. He's like, we got Bop, and we got Bam, and he holds up both of his fists.
Bop and Bam!
He's like, someone takes a hit from Bam, and they're still standing. That's when Bop comes in, right? Used to be a member of a monastery down south. Didn't quite vibe. Didn't mesh. Little too angry for a monk.
Duh.
I understand.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I think you and I could be friends.
Maybe.
She's quite angry.
Elaine, please.
Anger,
I've seen you rage. So
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying.
anger is good when you can control it. That is what the monk teachings have helped with, but if you're around for the festival next week, there's a hand-to-hand combatants tournament. No weapons allowed.
Not magic either.
No.
No, I have no interest.
If you're interested,
It's Bop.
How tall is he?
I'll be there winning.
How tall? How tall is he?
He's about your height. He's about 6'8",
Okay.
6'9".
I'm not used to having people
Yeah,
there.
like he can look you in the eyes.
He's orc, yes?
Half
Yes,
orc.
half orc.
Very tall half orc. You get the sense like first generation half orc.
Oh, okay.
Well, perhaps I could try a little bit.
Always worth a shot.
Not often I can look someone in the eye.
We'll say out of game, he is monk barbarian.
Oh, Barbarian.
Oh.
Monk barbarian.
Bonk. He's a bonk.
Fun.
He's a bonk.
He's a bonk.
Oh.
He gets the rage and he gets flurry of blows, baby.
That's
Terrifying.
That's such a good combo.
Not reloading the arms.
Oh my goodness.
Did you want Galanadel or Margot as well?
I mean, sure, why not?
I mean,
So
It's
Margot.
Margot
Cleric.
guess what
Margot is a
Margot
cleric. She's a Tempest cleric.
I was just saying, I
Yeah.
can kind of
Yeah.
guess what
Yeah,
Glenadelle
she's,
is too.
She's just Margot explains. She's like, I have learned healing through the power of water is very effective. Umberlee grants a lot of gifts, and I'm able to bring a lot of that to.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, she's very
Katara.
very Katara coded.
She's very Katara.
And then Galanadel is Circle of the Wildfire, druid.
I had a feeling. Very fun.
I knew that.
Circle of the Wildfire.
Very cool.
Yeah. So they are happy to watch Boo for you while you're gone.
Okay.
I figure we can probably wrap things up
Yeah.
there.
Sounds good.
And then next session we can do the bridge and maybe anything else if there's time. Sound good?
The pig.
Let's pause.
How you lose a guinea pig?
I didn't lose. Okay, I maybe lost him.
Lena.
I'll find him and he's fine.
Jesus.
Someone just like a cat.
He's not in there.
Is he in the fries? No.
Did he go out there?
Probably.
Azzy!
Is he not under the bed?
I don't think so.
No, I mean the bed in the thing.
No, I checked. I mean, maybe double check.
Okay, well he's not in my bag. That's for sure.
Did I put him back?
Did you put him back?
I don't think so.
No, you didn't put him back.
I don't see him in the closet.
As we know.
Gracie, why don't you go check the bathroom?
I checked it already. I closed it because he wasn't in there.
He could be anywhere.
There we go.
Zach, clear your throat.
Azrael? Hello? Guinea pig.
Give me a flashlight.
Here,
I love a mid-session guinea pig hunt.
I don't think he's under here.
Is he in? I don't think he's in that
Oh, I
one.
found him!
Did you find him?
Ah.
Jesus. That's not you. Where did you go?
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's in this pile.
was I hurt? See, I was looking in the pile.
No!
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
One further under the bed.
Jesus.
I see him. He's right. Oh, he's going.
This in the outtakes of
He's
the
going.
video.
He's trapped by something.
I
You
got him.
got him.
Good
Jesus
God.
Christ, you
Bro.
trapped. You little fucker.
Keep an eye on the guinea pigs.
Did he piss under the bed? I hope not. I was gonna say, maybe we keep guinea pigs in hand, if not.
Jesus Christ,
Because this is
Lena.
the second time.
I'm putting you back, you little freak.
God.
Alright,
I
well,
didn't think he would do that.
What?
did
The
it
first
already.
one did it too! Oh my god.